I was crying.
Were you crying?
For your mom.
Seriously? Oh man. Okay.
Come
mean
on.
that.
I said
mean
bad
that.
things about
No,
your
you were
mom.
saying no. We were busting balls.
You know,
I'm not offended.
I believe that God writes it
I'm not
in the
offended.
book.
I'm
How
not
am I going to
offended.
get through the pearly gates?
No, come on. Stop it. Oh, give me a hug. You want to give me a hug?
I can't.
I
No,
love
no,
you.
please.
I love you.
Please.
You want to give me a hug?
No. All right, don't shoot. Remember, there are rules here. If you got a gat, don't shoot. That's all I ask.
My guest this week is Curtis Sliwa. He's a politician, radio host, and the founder of the Guardian Angels, a vigilante justice group started in 1979 to patrol the New York City subways. Curtis has lived quite the life, surviving 2 separate taxi-related murder attempts, one in the backseat of a yellow cab at the hands of the Gambino crime family, and the other when he ran into traffic and got hit by it was pretty funny. Don't laugh. Love him or hate him, he's as New York City as they come.
You know, can I do a scene out of The King of Comedy where I basically have kidnapped him and I take over the show? What do you think? Was that not one of the greatest movies of all time? De Niro kidnapping Jerry Lewis. Hey, Jerry, I'm a person of no consequence.
I am Adam Friedland. Welcome back to the Adam Friedland Show. And by the way, I'm rich now. This is nice. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for New York City legend, radio host, founder of the Guardian Angels, former candidate for mayor of New York. You want to show them the back of your T-shirt or your jacket? The people's mayor of NYC, Curtis Sliwa. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure.
You were telling me that soccer. I mean, this is a good indication of the political divide because you're a Republican. You like American football.
Let's be honest. Zohan Mandami loves soccer, right?
Yeah.
Kickball, goal. After 90 minutes, it's 0-0, 0-0.
Yeah,
what a boring game.
Hockey could be 0-0.
But that's more Canadian than American. Trust me.
What about the Rangers?
American smash mouth football. I love the Rangers.
Yeah,
I was a Ranger fan before you were birthed.
Oh, come on.
Absolutely. You know what I remember?
You've been a Ranger fan for 6 months. We all know that.
Let me tell you, I was in the old garden, right?
Yeah.
50th and 8th. Afternoon matinee show. $1.50 for a student government organization with a student government organization card. $1.50.
When is that, in the 60s?
Yeah, you can brown bag your own lunch. About 66. It was a brand new guy, Bobby Orr, rookie, on the Boston Bruins against the lowly Rangers. Let me see if I can get them. All right, Jockerman in goal. Harrison Nielsen. Defense. And then, of course, you had the line of Joubert, Rotel at center, and Hatfield on the left wing, and still they lost. But what, for $1.50?
That's not bad.
In the old guard. You know what you get now for $1.50? You get Ugats. You don't even get, you get bupkis. You don't even get cockroach hairs for that.
Really? They have hairs on the cockroach?
Oh, absolutely. You've never looked at them closely?
I have not. No,
Come on.
I wouldn't.
Really?
No, a woman usually screams, and I have to kill it.
Very important.
And show them how brave
observe the rats and the cockroaches as they go, so go us. They will out-survive us.
Mamdani's against the rats. I like that.
He's against, but the
rats are disgusting.
You never beat the rat. Look, trust me. I know 2-legged rats, and I know 4-legged rats.
They're survivors, those guys.
Right.
They could hold their breath underwater for like 10 minutes or something.
You will never beat the rats or the mice. You can have détente. You can have a ceasefire. All you do is, and I wanted to be the rat czar for Eric Adams at Crook, but he didn't want me. I would have done it no charge because I'm nocturnal.
Yeah.
You explain to the rats and the mice, look, you can come out at night because you're nocturnal, but you got to stay in during the day. It's sort of like the peace we have with Iran now, right?
Right. How do you explain that to the rats, though?
Well, you got to feed them a little bit of that Parmesan cheese. When you want a two-legged rat,
like Ratatouille,
right? Sammy the Bull Gravano to sing, you give him some Parmesan cheese. Likewise with the four-legged rats and the mice. It's all up here. It's all up here. See, and I was willing to share
this is why with the kind of ideas he would have brought as mayor.
For Bupkis.
That's why I voted for him. I didn't want to vote for a rapper, and I didn't want to vote for the Cuomo. So that's why I voted for you.
You weren't a Cuomo-sexual? Don't lie to me.
Me?
Yeah.
No, most
I mean,
not.
smacking fannies and killing grannies. You would have even thought of voting for that guy?
It was a little bit too much about the Jews, and I was like, stop talking about Jews.
Wait a second, but you're a Jew, aren't you?
I know, but I was like, stop talking about it.
No, but this is all they want to
we
talk
like
about.
Quiet. We like quiet.
Palestinians, Israelis.
What does that have to do with New York?
Exactly.
So it's just like, shut up. Like, just be. We like quiet. We like to when things.
Okay.
We like the quiet, and we like whispering.
This is good. This is good.
No, of course, it's stupid.
Don't you love this?
Yes.
They start singing from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
I love that. Yeah,
and I say, what happens to the Jews? Do they all move to Boca Raton? And then on the other side, I say, and what about Palestine? The Jews say, there is no such thing as Palestine. Well, there are Palestinians, right? So there's Palestine.
Yeah.
So you're right. We should just stop discussing this.
Well, just for the mayor, it has nothing to do with it.
Mayor,
we don't have the army, and we don't have the army.
People, assembly people, state senators, city council people. That's all they want to talk.
Well, in Congress, they fund it so that they should be like talking about their decisions, whether or not they fund these kind of things. But in New York City, what the fuck does it have to do?
Nothing to do with our life. Yeah. Nothing to do with picking up the garbage, making sure the schools work, making sure the trains run on time.
It's just a bit embarrassing.
The basics of what a mayor has to do.
It's a bit embarrassing. It was embarrassing for Jews. It was like, it's all about us. And it's like, also, you're not Jewish, bro. He was an Italian guy.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are you the chosen people?
No. It's ridiculous.
According to the Old Testament, you are.
Who cares?
Okay, good.
It's just, according to the Old Testament, I
didn't think I'd be agreeing with this guy, too, out of the box.
Wait, because I don't believe in this God is like, he's rude.
No. Hashem.
Hashem is...
Hashem.
Okay. Baruch Hashem.
Are you waiting for the Mashiach to come?
I'm not a fucking pet. I'm not I'm not like a.
Come with me to 770 Eastern Parkway,
I love
right?
them.
We'll dive in together.
I like them. I like them.
Okay.
Right. No, but I like it. It's for me. It's just like you just read the words and that you don't know what they mean and it's boring.
Now let me ask you.
That's kind of nice though.
Do you have separate plates for dairy and meat?
No, I'm not. I'm not kosher.
Oh my God, you are a BLT Jew. Bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
Like my parents are Jewish. My parents are annoying. Sorry, but like this, that's just what.
Well, doesn't that come with being Jewish?
We're funny. Yeah. You know, like I don't know.
Tell me.
I don't
when did you have
being
your
alive
first,
is painful.
When did you have your first BLT sandwich in which you crossed the line? It's like crossing the Red Sea.
No, we would have bacon out of the house.
You see?
But we would have shellfish in the house. It didn't make sense. We'd have shrimp in the house, but we couldn't.
Oh, you had trafe?
Of course we had
trafe.
Of course. Yeah.
What kind of a Jew are you?
I'm just not an idiot. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Non-denominational Jew.
No, I mean, like,
you're not a Hasidim. You're not Orthodox.
You're
not
cultural.
Conservative.
I'm cultural. Yeah.
A little reformed, right? A little reformed.
No. Reform is stupid.
You don't even
reform is like acoustic guitar lesbian. Like, let's talk about God, and that's even worse.
You mean you don't?
I go to Orthodox because it's the least spiritual. Because it's boring.
Could I ask you a question? Yeah. Do you pay for your seat during Yom Kippur?
No. We went to Chabad because it was free.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Lubavitch.
That's
okay,
insane.
yes.
But we were at Lubavitch, but we went because it was free, and I did the whole shebang for my bar mitzvah.
Have you ever danced with the Lubavitch?
The best part of Jewish is that one thing. The dance.
Kabbalah. Were you breaking the glasses? And
I haven't been married yet. It's in September, and you will be there, my friend. And you will be at the bima.
Will this be an arranged marriage for you? Are you going to have a shidduch?
No, we're not doing. It's nothing like that. The only thing we do is the sex through the.
What woman in the world would want to be married to this guy? If I had to
really
profile him, it would be Schlub next to his name, right? A Schlub, right?
Yeah, I do well. You and I both, we're both ladies' men, okay?
I used to be.
in New York City, you could be this, and you've seen enough Seinfeld and Woody Allen movies that.
No.
Yeah,
You got to understand. In
you
certain
could be
spots,
this. You could be this, and you get and the women think this is acceptable.
they want to see the scatterol.
No. Even before I had the scatterol.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it so endearing about you that the women just can't stay away
because
from?
Because you could be a little bit of a nebbish, and that's like
very
that's a
nebbish.
type.
You're
That's
very
a type.
nebbish.
That's
Yes,
a type.
yes.
That's the type. Dude, this is what happens when two alpha bulls get in a room and we just butt heads. I want to get into you.
You want to get into my life?
Yeah, because your
This
life is
is like,
fascinating. I've done
welcome.
nothing.
This is your
I've
life,
done
Curtis
bupkis.
Lee.
I've done bupkis with my life. You've
Yes.
done a lot more with your life. So I've
thank
kind of
you.
like
Thank you
I
for
want
that.
you to tell your story. I think you know you're from Canarsie,
Originally, Canarsie,
Brooklyn, right?
But I spent some time in Brownsville and East New York, the
Okay.
trifecta, the troika, the trinity.
Okay, and you're like Gotti. He'll come back later when I'll ask you about what happened in '92.
What are you afraid to talk
But John
about
Gotti,
now?
but John Gotti was from your neighborhood. Were you like aware of him like growing up as a kid? Yeah.
Course. He was this big macha, right?
Yeah,
that everybody was afraid of. They would bow to him. They would kiss his ring.
Yeah.
Except I would
you.
never. I
Except
would
you.
never schlep to Gotti.
Did the wise guys ever try to like recruit you to like get in with them?
No, because remember, I'm a mutt. I'm part Italian on my mother's
yeah.
side, Barese.
So
but
you
my
can never be a
father's
made
Polish.
guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, but they didn't trust me. Would you trust me?
Yeah. 100%.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I voted for you.
You think I would take the? I don't believe you voted for me.
I voted, and I offered a full-throated endorsement of you.
Cross your heart and hope to die. Wait, you're
Cross,
a Jew. You
yeah,
can't do
it doesn't
that.
mean anything.
Oh,
Cross
I'm
means
so-
nothing.
Hey, knock on wood. Oh, you can't do that
But
either.
this
I
is more of a
forgot.
laminate.
That's-
Okay. Wait, but so there were wise guys in your neighborhood. This was like an old New York. It was like kind of ethnic white kind of enclave of Brooklyn, right? Like,
Let me explain.
Yeah.
And my wife Nancy is going to be very upset when I use this analogy. If I picked up a dead cat in the street and swung it around my head, every fifth person in Canarsie that I hit was a mobster choking on his lobster.
Yeah.
Because you know how I love cats, and you know how my wife loves it.
Yeah.
I have to use that analogy.
You know
so
that's
you
a Jewish
understand.
custom. The cat swinging a dead
You
cat
remember
around.
Goodfellas, right?
Of course.
Lucchese's, Poliverio,
Yeah.
Avenue D. You got the Chop Shop there. Then you got the Bamboo Lounge. That was in Canarsie. They torched it there. And you had Gelfkins, which was right on Flatlands. You would go in, but sometimes you'd come out in a body bag.
Tell us about the hole.
Gabish!
Oh, agabish.
All right.
Tell us about the hole. Do you know about the hole?
About the what?
The hole, the neighborhood where it's under the water table.
Oh, that's East New York.
But between it's
Linden
off
Boulevard.
of Linden Boulevard.
Or Fountain Avenue.
But that's where the mob used to dump bodies,
Yeah,
right?
but you see, I used to take my Rocket 88 Olds and go.
Yeah.
You know what that was?
Scooter.
Oh, racing, man. Drag racing over there on Fountain Avenue.
What kind of car is a Rocket?
A Rocket 88 Oldsmobile. All you had to do
Oldsmobile.
is you get like 1.5 miles a gallon and like you fly.
The cars were long back then.
Oh, big.
And they weighed like a shit
Gas
ton.
guzzlers.
Yeah.
By
gas
the way,
gun.
many accidents back then, and I never had a driver's license.
Really?
Never.
Did you get one now?
No, I've never driven legally,
Yeah.
but I don't drive at all. See, we're
Really?
making news here.
Oh my God, we
Four
got a big
times
one. We
I
got a
took
big
the
one.
test.
We got a big one.
4 times
You
I
failed
took
the
the
test?
test. Yeah, I had long hair, looked like a hippie. So my supreme cuisine said, hey, look, the guy who gives you the test, who was always the same guy, he hates you because he thinks you're a hippie scum.
Yeah.
Just put $20 there when you go in. I said, I don't believe in bribing. I'm sorry. I couldn't parallel park if you put a gun to my head. If this was Deer Hunter, right, and you put it, I couldn't parallel park.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
failed me 4 times. But he was looking for the moolah shmoolah. There's no doubt he wanted to pay up.
Just give
so
him
I
a
never
little
got a
scroll.
license.
Why not?
I never got a
Just
license.
put it on his seat.
No. Remember, they tried to bribe me to get out of the mayoral race. I
Yeah.
will not bribe anybody.
How much they offer? 10?
10 million tops. Adams, I think, accepted for 20 mil. By the way, where's Eric Adams?
Wait. You turned down $10 million to stay in the race?
Hey, look, Adams, where's he with the 20 mil that I think he got? Albania. He became a citizen of Albania. Eric Adams, swagger man with no plan. Who the hell becomes a citizen of Albania? Except if you got shade on your face, right?
Yeah, I mean, like he was kind of like a.
You're Jewish, right? You know, he's selling to your people Bitcoin,
I know,
a.k.a.
he
crime
made-
coin, to fight
No, he did
anti-Semitism.
yeah,
And how
yeah.
many schmucks and putzes who are Jews are buying that crime
If
coin?
they lost their money in that, they deserve it, and I'm happy. I'm
good.
glad
Oh,
for
that's
him.
sweet. That's
I'm
sweet.
glad
We
for him.
agree
Any
on that.
idiot
That's great.
that bought Stop Anti-Semitism coin.
God, this is the trifecta, the troika, the trinity. Three things I agree with this guy
We
on.
agree on everything. Just stop it. Wait, you were on a show Romper Room when you were a kid?
Oh, that's when I became lens lice.
What is that?
See, like, all you had to do was invite me and tell me you had cameras in the room, and I was going to show up. So here I am,
Crushing it right now.
a little kid on Romper Room. They were doobies and don't bees.
Doobies like weed?
Well, that came later. Doobies
Yeah.
and don't bees.
Okay.
Don't bees were bad, doobies were good.
I got you.
And I was a doobie. 5 straight days on Romper Room, and I was on TV, Channel 9, and man, I'm telling you, I got addicted. It's like, man.
Did you want to be an actor or a dancer?
Oh, I actually was in summer stock up in Plymouth Rock with my cousin Jimmy Lonago. Had a summer stock theater with his partner Leon, and my first role, Helen Keller. My older sister Alita played Helen Keller.
Oh, you did
And
play-
me and
yeah.
my youngest, no, I wasn't a trans then.
Did she-
Although sometimes I identify that way.
I
Would
don't know.
that
You're
make
an
me-
actor. You're an actor. You could act.
That's
Why can't you
true.
be a woman? Like, I don't know. It's acting.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
What were her lines?
When I was asked,
What were Helen's lines?
excuse me,
What were the lines for
the lies of Helen
the
Keller.
lines?
The
Like,
line. I don't know. That was my older sister. All I had to do was cut out paper little mache things with, remember the circled scissors so you
Yeah.
didn't cut yourself.
It's kind of insane that Helen Keller learned how to read and write but didn't know how to hear or see.
You know where she was based out of?
Russia.
No.
She was Soviet.
Forest Hills. There are a lot of Russians
Queens.
there now. That's right.
Really?
Right
Really?
there. Right there,
But she was a-
71st
she was
and
a
Continental.
She became a communist, no?
She flirted with socialism, communism. Why? You have a
Oh.
problem with that?
No, that's what me.
Oh, you are?
I don't know.
What are you? Explain this, because nobody seems to know what a socialist or a communist is.
I
If
think
I
that-
stopped 100 people out in the street, you think they would know?
I know they're all idiots, but I'm pretty smart.
So
Yeah.
what are you? Tell me.
I don't know. Fucking.
You're an independent, autonomous, free thinker.
I don't know the way
You
that
question
people identify
authority.
themselves. Like
You're not involved in idolatry. Say it one more time.
I believe in democracy, I
Good,
guess,
good,
and
good.
then I believe in
One person, one vote.
Yeah, but I would take $10 million to drop out of the race
Yeah,
for sure.
but you're not alone.
That's $10 million. It's like that. It's like when you're growing up and your friends are like, "Would you suck a dick for $1 million?" No way, bro. It's like $1 million.
You used to joke like that all
That's
the time.
what what teenage boys all joke around about.
Oh,
No way I suck a dick for $1 million.
No, teenage boys,
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
they wanted to match size. I mean, that was the big thing back
Yeah,
then,
it was
size.
like, yeah. We're of course.
I mean,
Jewish summer
did
camp.
you whip it out?
Yeah, I was
God,
packing.
you
packing.
perv.
Absolutely. Why?
Oh, my God, come on.
Why?
You got lured into that, man.
By my friends?
Yeah.
During COVID, we were all sending pictures to the boys' chat. It was
You
funny.
really?
As a bit, yeah. We were like, it's gay to send your girls a dick pic, but it's funny to send your boys a dick pic. And then I sent one, and then my friend Brian said I was puffed, and then he sent it to my girlfriend. He said, "Is Adam puffed?" And I was like, you bitch. Okay, cut all that.
Let me
anyway,
ask you- let me
yeah,
tell you.
yeah.
That wouldn't have even made it up in the old Catskills at the Concours.
Whatever. You come from a
Browns.
generation where it's gay to eat pussy, right?
What the hell are you talking about?
You
I could be your grandfather.
Yeah.
Show some respect.
So in your generation, it's a thing that it's homosexual to eat do cunnilingus on a woman. I'm a liberated modern man.
What the hell is this?
You're
guy
my
talking
best friend. Okay, at 8 years old, you were mugged.
Many more times than just 8 years old. You see,
You want to tell us about that?
when you're a tough guy, let me explain something.
But you were 8 years old.
Yeah, every tough guy says that they've given people beatdowns.
Yeah.
But if you're a real tough guy, you
take your
got
licks.
beatdowns and you gave beatdowns.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, I caught my fair share of beatdowns.
So what was the situation? That was your first brush with violence or something? That's what I understand.
Here I was, on my way to the candy store to get a comic book.
Okay.
And some of the Supreme Cousins who were a little older than me surrounded me.
So it was like teenagers.
Not really.
So it's not a mugging.
I'd say a year or two on me.
Oh, so you just got in a fight with the older kids.
It wasn't even a fight, man. They jumped me.
Why would they call it a mugging?
Let me ask you a question.
That's not a mugging.
You don't sound to me like a fighter, and you don't sound to me like a lover.
No.
You're sort of like you're staying on the sidelines, and then who's ever winning, you jump in. That's right, get him, Sal Vinny. I was on your side all the time, right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
No. I'm a fence sitter. I go with the.
You go with the winner.
I go with the winner, of course.
course.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think that in school, the kids get like their voices drop in beards like years before other kids, and so I was like, I have to survive somehow. So I just started making jokes. Yeah, that's kind of how I survived.
Not very good jokes, I might add.
You weren't there. How do you know?
Yeah, because I grew up with guys like you. Canarsie was Italians and Jews.
Yeah.
See, if you notice,
I would have run that. I would have run Canarsie if I was there.
You see,
I would have been the top dog.
Did you ever notice why Italians and Jews get along so well?
Because we're in love with our mothers, and that we think life is painful, and we hate ourselves.
They both hate the Irish. Because the Irish were the cops, and they hated the Jews because they thought that the Jews were Christ killers, and they hated the Italians because they said, oh, all they do is they drink wine, and they're members of organized crime. So Jews and Italians bonded together.
Yeah.
Murder Incorporated. You know your
Lucky
people
Luciano.
were the toughest of the tough.
Bugsy Siegel.
That's right. But even before
Meyer
that,
Lansky doing the books.
That's right.
Yeah,
but
doing the books.
Lepke and Gura Brownsville.
Yeah.
Do you know that Anastasia, who was the mad assassin, would subcontract his hits to the Jews in Brownsville because they were the toughest of the tough? What happened to you?
Me?
Yeah, it must have been a weak
Wait,
gene
I have a
pool.
question. Right? Like when you heard about that thing in Minneapolis, right? With the Somalis who were like they were 98% legals here. Like, isn't that kind of what us guys did? Like when we came over here. Weren't we all doing Somali
you mean
daycare?
we were like boat jumpers?
No, we were doing Somali daycare frauds.
Yeah, well, it was
Isn't that just
olive oil.
Isn't it kind of the same thing as like what we were doing? It's just an immigrant group.
No, let me give you the difference.
It kind of just reminded me of that.
Let me give you the difference.
No?
Italians were involved in import-export, right? Olive oil.
I'm just saying it's like
you know how much of the olive oil is fake Fugazi olive oil
I'm not
now
saying
in
it's
the world?
the same crime. I'm saying
75%.
I know that. That pisses me off to know.
What
it.
happened
I
to
don't
the
know
real
that.
olive oil?
Yeah, I know.
You people grow it in the Middle East and you fight over it with the
It's not
Palestinians over
me,
the
people.
olive trees.
Not me, people, my friend. Not me, people. No, no. What I was saying is like, just like kind of like an immigrant group trying to like, we were kind of a bit breaking the laws too, a little bit.
Like what were you doing? Huh?
Well, I wasn't here. My parents moved here in the 80s. But
Jewish lightning, Jewish electricity, is that what you're talking about?
No. You're missing my point.
Oh.
I'm saying when I saw the daycare fraud, I'm like, yeah, we were doing like little rackets and schemes ourselves. Like when after we came over off the boat from Ellis Island. So I'm like a little bit like why is like. Yeah, it's just a couple of generations ago that we got here, and it's kind of like the same kind of shit.
You're trying to say that's like evolutionary. You come over here.
I'm just saying that
you don't have two nickels to rub together, and right away you're in a racket.
I'm just saying that the way that it sounds, the way people are describing Somalis is like kind of how they described us. Let me ask
you.
Right? Is that not right?
I always thought the making of the matzahs by some was a racket. Because to make good matzah it takes 18 minutes, right?
I don't know. It's disgusting. It gives you
Gentile has
it gives
to
you
tell
constipation.
him how to make matzah.
No Jews make matzah, and we don't know anything about the lightning. It's boring.
No, it's Jewish electricity. Jewish lightning, right?
Hey, look. Listen, I know.
You say everybody had a racket.
We know romantic comedies, and we know like that.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Hey, and who's 100 years old?
Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke.
No, yes, but he's not a Jew.
Mel Gibson.
Mel, not Gibson. He hates Jews.
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks, yes. Okay,
Mel Gibson. Okay.
Hey, this is good Jeopardy.
Okay, so you're 8 years old. You get mugged by the stupidest criminals ever.
A few times.
By the stupidest dumbass criminals ever. Because you have what? A nickel. You have a nickel. You have a nickel, right? And these animals come in and they beat you up. And then you decide to devote your life to the martial arts. Is that correct?
My dad decided that. He was a merchant sailor.
And your dad was a big, buff guy.
Oh, man. Yeah. Let me tell you.
A merchant sailor, so you are Jewish.
Yeah. No, merchant sailor. They were the scourge of the earth. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, merchant?
Not merchants like the Chinese and the Lebanese and the Jews who traveled the world as merchants, merchant seamen. What a stunad. Right?
Okay, I love
what
this
guy. What are you, a schmendrick?
Of course I'm a schmendrick. I'm a Shlemiel Shlemazel. Okay. Yeah, so wait, so you started studying the martial arts karate, right?
No, judo first.
Judo.
Sotogari.
Okay, and where was your dojo and who's your sensei?
Ridgewood.
Ridgewood, Queens.
I used to have to take the LL train, lousy line, to the Hamburg train. The It was named Hamburg because they were all Germans living there in Ridgewood.
Yeah, yeah.
Fresh Pond Road.
Oh, now it's Polish, but it used to be German.
Now it's all the Gen
Okay, that's where they have
Zers and millennials.
that's where they have the hall. What's it called?
It's too expensive.
Gottscheer Hall. That's like German.
Yeah, and then the Polonaise was in Greenpoint, but you see,
Yeah.
you
This guy
Gen
over here, he
Zers, you
ruined it.
millennials,
You know they're
came
getting a
over.
Whole Foods.
The rent is too high to pay.
They're getting a Whole Foods.
Gentrification. Where are all my Polish brothers and sisters in solidarity,
No,
right?
no, not so loud. Come on.
Did you
we
know
don't
I
let
was
them-
the Grand Marshal of the Pulaski Day Parade in 2000?
You were.
And when I came out
Did
of
they
St.
give you a baton?
Oh, yes. And when I came out of St. Patrick's Cathedral with my red beret, tux and tails on, there was a tourist bus from San Diego that came up. And they said, Curtis, I didn't know Polish people have a holiday for Roman Polanski. I said, no, Pulaski, Kosciuszko. And it's not Kosciuszko. It's Kosciuszko. Can you say it right?
Of course, of course.
Okay, do you have that mustard? When given a choice, you take Hebrew National or you take Kosciuszko mustard?
Neither.
Okay. What kind of Jew are you?
I get like a kind of a French.
What do you got, mayonnaise?
No, I get like a French kind of like with the seeds, the mustard. What's it called? Like
God,
a
you're
kind of a
you're so
Dijon.
forgetful.
A Dijon. Okay, wait. So you did judo, then karate. You were a popular kid. You were good at sports. What sports did you play?
Baseball.
Baseball. What position?
Center field, third base.
Ooh, center field.
And my
Willie Mays.
No, Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle.
Willie Mays was too good for me.
Yeah. You
He
couldn't
was
go
the
over
best.
the head.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. Mickey Mantle was right there.
Yeah.
But my game was stickball. I
play
was
on
the
the streets.
commissioner of stickball for 12 years here in New York City.
Really?
Under Rudy Giuliani and Michael Bloomberg.
Bud Siegel over here. Yeah.
But no.
No, it's Manfred.
Wait a second. You
Rob
think I have a
Manfred.
bad rug on my head and I'm wearing the polyester waffle weave flame retarded pants?
I don't know why. I don't know why you're wearing that hat.
You know, when I was on ESPN, did I ever tell you I did
No.
ESPN, the Curtis Sliwa Super Sports Spectacular? I was railing on Bud Selig, who was the owner of the Brewers and the head of Major League
I
Baseball.
thought it was in Baltimore.
And the
no?
boys from Bristol called up and said, fire him. And they fired me.
Yeah, you can't go out at the
No.
finish.
Bud Selig was from Milwaukee,
Milwaukee.
not Baltimore. Man,
Yeah.
get your city straight.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So you're a Yanks fan?
Absolutely. There is
Okay.
only one team. I hate the Mets.
Were your parents Dodger fans?
No, my dad was from Chicago. He's a White Sox fan, and he hated my hero, Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
So you know why it turned out the way I am. I hated that.
Do you
man.
butt heads with your old man? growing up?
Only on the White Sox and the Yankees. He called Mickey Mantle a bum, a degenerate, an alcoholic. He was right about all that, but
Really?
he was my hero, number 7 in the pinstripes, Mickey Mantle.
Maybe your dad wanted to be your hero, and he's like, why are you hero
And
worshiping
then,
this
you
man?
know the worst moment of my life?
No.
Years later, I met Mickey Mantle at his gin mill right there on Central Park
Did
South.
you cry?
And he was a total degenerate. He was a nasty person. I met Willie Mays up in Riverdale. I thought, Willie, say hey, kid. He was nasty. And Joe DiMaggio was nasty. 3 of the best ball players of all time. And
They're
they
rich
just
pricks.
were nasty.
Rich pricks. Yeah.
Weren't even rich. They made $100,000 each a year.
Yeah.
You know,
Who's the nicest famous person you've met?
the nicest,
The
famous,
best guy.
the best guy. My kumbare Cheech, right? The nice guy.
I
Guy's
don't
so
know.
nice, he
Yeah.
would take a bullet for me even though he wasn't a blood relative.
Robert De Niro?
Oh, get out of here, De Niro. Probably hates me. I have no idea. One time I walked up to him. I was introduced. He looked at me.
Bobby.
If looks could kill, I would have been a cadaver in
Oh,
formaldehyde.
that's his face, but he has that face.
Yeah,
He's
I don't think he's a Curtis
Yeah.
fit. You know, I don't know anybody who's really nice. to
You've
be
never
honest
met
with
a nice, famous person?
you. Well, a priest I didn't trust. You understand why?
Yeah.
Nuns were nice.
They didn't-
Although they
didn't
hit
hit
you
you.
so hard, your mother would feel the vibrations with that 3-foot ruler.
Really?
I was raised by Josephite nuns. These were Irish nuns up in Crown Heights, Eastern Parkway, who told me that St. Brendan the Navigator discovered the New World, and not what I was told by the Italian Americans in my family and in Canarsie, that it was
Columbus.
Christopher Columbus.
Does it piss you off when people try to shit on Columbus? Like Native Americans and stuff?
Christopher Columbus, right?
Yeah.
He was a degenerate. He had his problems.
Yeah.
He had his eccentricities.
Yeah.
He was Jewish. Did you know
Yeah,
that?
it's actually fake.
No.
They try to say he's Jewish, but he's
No,
not.
he had a
yeah.
bris. Trust me. He had to drop his drawers to prove that he had a brisk.
Some people just like that style.
You know, back then,
people like a hoodless style.
You know, why do you think he had to escape Spain in 1492?
He was doing it on behalf of
Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand launched the Inquisition on your people and said either convert or die. And he decided to leave with the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa, and the Maria.
Yeah, well, it's three, actually. There's Santa Maria.
No, you're wrong.
No, Santa Maria was the third one.
The Pinta, the Santa, and the Maria.
The Nina, the Penis, and the Santa Maria.
That's right. 4 of the ships. 3 of them made it.
Yeah.
As he went.
Oh, so he called one the Santa Maria after one lot. He combined the names?
Excuse me?
Nothing.
Are you trying to instruct me on the hero of my peeps, Christopher Columbus?
I thought so you're Jewish.
No, he is Jewish.
I thought you were Newsboy of the Year.
Yes, I was. The Daily Newspaper Boy of the Year.
And President Nixon gave you an award for being Newsboy of the Year?
In the White House.
In the White House.
He gave me a cheap pen and a tie clip. They told me, his consigliere, do not ask any questions of the president.
Who's the consigliere? Kissinger?
The chief of staff, whoever that was at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And what do you think this Weisenheimer did? I asked him a question.
What did you ask him?
Excuse me, Mr. President, you campaigned on the fact that you would end the war in Vietnam, and yet you opened up a secret war against Laos and Cambodia. And guess what? They shined their boots on my backside and kicked me to the curb.
Wow. That was after Cy Hirsch. Yeah.
Question authority.
Let's fucking
go,
No idolatry. Bro. Let's fucking go. How old were you when you were Newsboy of the Year?
How old I was? 16.
16. I saw a picture of it. You're quite a handsome young man. Good-looking young man.
Please, don't come on to me.
Did you used to pull a lot of chicks growing up?
Not really. I was still sleeping with my baseball glove at that point.
You were fucking a baseball glove?
Of course. You hug your baseball glove. You have 50 rubber bands around it.
Yeah.
One for softball with a clincher, the other one with a hard ball. And I used to sleep with both of them until all of a sudden I started chasing skirts.
How old were you
my marks
then?
went down. And then my mom said, you got to go back to Catholic school. You're in Bildersee Junior High School. I was in SP.
Yeah.
We thought it meant special people. Not for me. I ended up going to Brooklyn Prep.
Yeah, so you went to Brooklyn Prep. You were student body president.
Yes.
You were a star athlete. You're popular.
I wouldn't say a star athlete. I was captain of a team that won no games.
Well, you're the captain.
I'm not going to cross my heart. You don't mind if I cross my heart. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Yeah.
I was the captain of the baseball team as a sophomore.
A capo de tutti.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, this guy's a slow learner, isn't he?
I'm not a slow learner.
It's okay. Let me ask you a question.
Commendatore.
Did you like Ronzoni, Sonoboni? Were you a spaghetti bender? Did you like spaghetti?
No, you don't break it. You don't break it like the Metagon do.
You have to.
You don't break the spaghetti.
Wait, what are you, a Northern Italian? What do you got your nose in the air like you don't care?
No.
Southern
The way
Italian.
they look down on us,
my God.
The way they look down on us.
You're the ones who used to hire my grandfather to dig the ditches like they do the Mexicans now.
No, we're paisa. You and me.
Hey, paisa boy, huh?
Okay, so you're student body president, star athlete, Newsboy of the Year. You saved people from a burning building. Five people.
So the Nixon five.
Okay.
I saved 5 people from a burning building.
You are a star. You were a judo black belt.
No, by then I was a street fighter.
Okay.
Throw all the rules out.
Have you attained a black belt in any martial art?
Let me tell you something. You give me a chance, I'd jap you from the back. That's
what
the only way
jap?
you could win.
Like a Jewish American princess?
Well, I knew many of those.
Yeah. Oh God.
Do I need to go through them?
Blah blah blah. Okay. Wait. Go through them. Go through them.
Now I know why Jewish men die early.
Yeah,
when they marry
that's true.
a
It's
Jewish
true.
woman.
It's true. It's like, please, cancer, please take me away.
Please,
cancer, please. Okay.
They turn the boys into Mamelukes.
So
as do Italian mothers, the Mameluke.
Oh, we love the mother. We love the mother. We love the. And your mother was.
Francesca.
Your mother was a press secretary. Okay, but let's go into this. I just want to finish your upbringing. All of those facts, I'm reading them. You're like, this is a perfect college applicant, right? Like, how do you find yourself at McDonald's on Fordham Road in the Bronx after high school?
It was quite a short trip.
You're a student body president.
But I announced that we were going to have an initiative and referendum not to wear jackets and ties.
You want to wear berets?
No. Just wanted to wear civvies, regular civvies.
When did you find out that looked good?
No, there was no berets back then.
There was no berets.
I had more hair on my head. So the students actually voted not to wear jackets and ties. I let them out in protest. And then the headmaster, Father Alexander, and the prefect of discipline, who hated my guts right down to the marrow of his bone, said, you're going to be on the outside looking in, and kicked me out of high school. And I never looked back. I could have had
But you were
a
the
partial
president.
scholarship to Brown University because I was the recycling guy before there was even recycling.
That's the other
You
thing I
left that
forgot.
out.
That's the other thing I forgot.
I thought you were smart. You're Jewish.
He
You're never
literally-
supposed to leave things out.
Okay, here's my question.
Okay.
He used to collect garbage all over his neighborhood to clean up the streets,
Tons.
which is a theme of his life. And you brought it home, and your neighbors complained because there was too much.
Wouldn't you?
Why didn't your parents let you turn the house into a dump?
But let me ask you a question.
Wait, why did your mom and dad let you do that?
Because my mom and dad were very much like Unitarians. As long as you did the work, they would support you. They said, look, if you believe in this and you do the work, we're going to be there. And my dad had to come back from the ship and meet with the neighbors who felt their property values were going down. Because there was a junkyard on the corner, which was my house.
My mother would have killed me if I did
oh,
junk.
my God, your mother would have said.
They liked cleanliness.
Have nothing to do with that junk man on
They
the
thought
corner.
you were God's gift to the planet Earth, your parents.
But did I
You
ever
had
tell
good
you
parents.
how the Jewish guy would come around
What does it have to
with
do
the
with Jewish?
truck
Okay.
and he would weigh the aluminum, the copper, and he put his thumb on the scale, not for me, but for the other day.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything about the guys from Dean Street.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Italians were worse with waste paper.
Right, well.
I'm telling you, they wouldn't take my waste paper. I was trying to save the world, recycle the trees, clean air, Mother Earth, global warming, climate change. I'm the only Republican who talks like that.
You're the star boy, and then you're at McDonald's, Fordham Road, Bronx.
Well, before I got there, I was pumping gas at Rocky Shell Station overnight, and then packing groceries at an AMP as the key man, and then I found my calling,
Yeah.
the Golden Arches in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And I took the number 2 train, the Beast, from Rockaway Avenue. I was living in Brownsville, then on Osborne and Hegeman. The only
Is that like an
mighty
hour?
mighty.
That's like an hour.
Yeah, but I had first marriage,
So-
she met Jacoby, I met Myers, and only lasted about an hour. She was from the Virgin Islands. We lived in Brownsville. I took the train from one tough neighborhood to an even worse neighborhood
Yeah.
where the Bronx was burning, and I loved every second of it.
So you were trying to get away from your wife, so you went to
No,
basically
she came with
the
me.
most dangerous place in New York City
Yes,
to get away.
yes.
You're like, I'm gonna go to the Bronx while it's burning during the summer of Sam. Yeah,
God, I
because
had
that's
such-
how much of a battle axe she
I
was.
had such nachas, such joy. Let me tell you. I had no service. No
service.
I found my
He's a
calling.
Vildachaya. Yeah. Okay. Wait. So
Now, one last thing
So you're
about
a night
Mickey
manager.
D's.
You're a
Mickey
night manager,
D's
yes.
would not allow me to go to McDonald's University in Oak Brook.
Why?
They said that I was
because you got
special
kicked out
ed.
of school,
Nah,
they said you're a special ed.
Yeah, because they thought I was more of a bouncer than I was a manager. Which, in the Bronx, you really needed a bouncer, not a manager.
They judged a book by its cover because you seem like a tough guy, but you're also an incredibly intelligent person.
Says who?
Not McDonald's apparently.
No, but this is a man.
I find you to be incredibly
This
intelligent.
is the man who voted for me. You see, that proves that
Yeah,
he voted for me
I
because he
did.
thought I was intelligent.
As well, I did. I was proud of it.
Thank you.
And I'm proud of it. But okay, wait. So you're at McDonald's. You're in Fordham Road. Let's go. 1977. There's a serial killer in the Bronx,
Yes.
right? There are rolling blackouts. Like it's a real shit, like fucking, like
It's bad.
terrifying place.
The Bronx is
Okay,
burning.
and then you meet your a man who's still, I assume, your best friend. You want to tell me about him?
The Mad Chinaman, Don Chin.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would.
320 pounds. He had been a member of the Savage Skulls, and he said, "Curtis,
Okay.
you can manage this McDonald's the Roy Kroc way, or you can
Ray
manage it."
Kroc. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I
For
didn't
me-
mean to.
for-
I didn't,
for us-
I didn't mean to do that.
Excuse me, you insult me. In the Bronx, they didn't want Ronald McDonald to come to that McDonald's.
Yeah,
They
okay.
wanted the Hamburglar. The
Oh, yeah,
kids
yeah.
asked for the Hamburglar, not for Ronald
Yeah, yeah.
McDonald.
I would ask for
How
Grimace.
come you didn't laugh at that joke, huh?
'Cause it wasn't funny. It
What
was
kind
not
of
funny
an
at all.
audience is this here?
Yeah.
But anyway, the point is, Don Chin told me, you could do it the Roy Kroc way,
Yeah.
or as you say, Ray Kroc, and I'll carry you out. There'll be 6 guys carrying you out. I'll give you your eulogy, or you can do it the Don Chin way and survive to open up the restaurant another day. I chose the Don Chin way.
So he said you got, in order to fucking manage this McDonald's in the middle of just a fucking really dangerous,
It's a rough
area,
rough.
right? You got to learn how to be tough, and you got to learn how to like command the McDonald's. You had people coming in. That was a birthday. You had people coming in, b-boys, MCs, DJs, graffitis. knowledge.
Black Spades, Savage Nomads, Savage Skulls.
They called themselves that.
Yeah, just go down.
Oh, so it was like Warriors.
Well, that's right.
Yeah,
And
okay.
we started the same time the movie The Warriors came out.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, if you need to know what I was starting in, my baptism was in fire. It was just like what you saw in The Warriors, with no cops around. But one thing, my law and order in the restaurant, you came in, you gave my closers a hard time. Ralphie, Vincenz, 3 snaps up.
Yeah.
I go over the counter and give you a therapeutic back massage. No homophobic language. Now, in a rough neighborhood, that's pretty tough.
Well, there was a gay coworker that you were friends with, and you had administered his wedding.
I married him in I personally did not marry him. I had enough
You
marriages.
You didn't get married to him.
Exactly.
No.
But I married him as the so-called clergy, the pastor. 1977.
77.
That's right, 77 Sunset Strip. 1977, in the community room of a project in Soundville, I married Ralphie, my closer, to his long-term boyfriend, Vincenz. And do you know...
Italian guy?
No, he was Puerto Rican. He was a Boricua.
Boricua.
This was a Boricua man.
Yeah, okay.
The place was packed. Outside, the gangs were looking inside like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's tough being gay in that
Very
environment.
tough.
Yeah.
But 1977, you know what the Democrat and Republican attitude towards gays getting married was? You should be happy to be domestic partners.
Did your friends survive the 80s, your gay friends?
Well, I know a lot of gay and lesbians and transgenders.
No, but like gay men, a lot of them died. Like in the
God, that was a horror age.
Yeah.
And the nation turned our backs on them. We didn't do all we could have done for them.
Did you know people that died?
What is that? That was the evil Dr. Fauci, appointed by Ronald Reagan then to deal with AIDS. Hey, what did he do, Fauci? You did God.
No, he went to bathhouses to study gay.
I only wish he did.
He did. He said he did that.
He said he did.
He said he did that.
You believe Fauci?
I mean, if
you
you're gonna
believe that COVID-19 came out of a wet shop in Wuhan and not out of the laboratory that he funded with the Red Chinese? We now have CIA documents, criminals in action who verify that. Ask Rand Paul, the ophthalmologist. You know who Rand Paul
He's
is.
Kentucky.
Good. Very good.
Well, I'm just saying that's another like layer of what was going on in New York, which is like pretty. I mean, there's a lot of fucking. It was a crazy.
You notice
place.
This guy likes to drop the F-bomb a lot. Is that when he gets nervous? You notice he gets a little nervous. He sort of loses his track. Boom, the F-bomb.
I don't know.
Right
I'm just
away.
trying. I was thinking we were getting
Do
along.
I need to get the Roquiche laundry soap and wash your mouth out? You know, your mom should have done that a month of Sundays ago.
My mother thought.
Can we do a little therapy for you now? You want to just tell us what?
I'm a very well-adjusted person.
Well, tell me. How was it? You were living with your mom.
She was like,
did she get into your head?
No. She wasn't like that. She was like awesome. She was so sweet. Yeah, my other friends' Jewish mothers were like Joseph
yours
Stalin.
Was the best, not like the rest.
Mine was the best. Yeah. We were really close.
She let you put mayonnaise.
She passed away. She passed away a couple years ago. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Wait, is he acting like it's not a big? He's making fun of me for having a dead mom. Is he fucking making?
You never make fun of somebody's mother's who's died.
You were already making fun of my mom.
I need to impale myself right now.
Don't impale yourself. I want to talk about
straight to hell without an asbestos suit for disparaging your mother.
Don Chen rides a motorcycle into McDonald's, right? He gets off the motorcycle. What does he have with him? A machete.
Of course.
Are you crying?
A machete. I was crying.
Were you crying?
For your mom.
Seriously? Oh, man. Okay.
Come on.
That.
I said bad things about
No,
your
you were
mom.
saying, no, we were busting balls.
You know,
I'm not offended.
I believe that God writes it in the book.
I'm
How
not
am I going to
offended.
get through the pearly gates?
No, come on.
I disparaged his mother who
No. You're a good guy. Come on. No. We were busting balls. We were just being guys. You didn't know that. Come on, bro. Come on. Listen.
Did you know that John Gotti Jr. and Victoria Jr. are Jewish by birth? That the mother, that's right, who married John Gotti Sr. was a Ukrainian Jew from Brownsville. They don't like hearing that. Now you know why they shot me 5 times with
because they were Jewish.
No, because they didn't like that kind of info.
Okay.
Do you know who the toughest man alive, right? What was the greatest movie of all time? Raging Bull, right?
Okay.
Jake LaMotta, right?
Yeah.
Robert De Niro.
And he never lost. He never went down.
Oh, he did lose.
He never went down.
He
never went down.
Hey, Ray, never
Yeah.
knocked me down.
Did you fuck my wife?
Please.
Did you fuck my wife?
Please,
Yeah.
don't interfere with my story. He was born of a Jewish mother.
The Bronx Bull.
Which means he's a Jew. When
Yeah.
I tell that to Jews, they say, no, not Jake LaMotta. I said, you should be proud. The pound for pound, the toughest man ever to walk around was Jake LaMotta. Let's give a nice round of Wait. Later on, he was a pedophile. No, can I take that back? He was an Epstein. Can I take that back,
What are
please?
you gonna do?
Hey,
What
by
are
the
you
way,
gonna
how
do?
come we're not talking about all the guys who were involved with Epstein?
Because
right?
I want you to tell your story. I want you to tell. I don't want. So your best friend who tells you to be tough, who tells you to fucking run this McDonald's with respect.
Yeah.
You're in a black neighborhood. You're a fucking white guy. You're like, sorry for saying that word. Like you need to command respect. It's a fucking crucible. It's a trial by fire. He comes in with a machete. He jumps over the fucking counter. What happens next?
He comes into the prep area. They call it the prep area.
The Mad Chinaman.
Right,
Yeah.
the Mad Chinaman.
Okay.
He's a little out of his mind. He's a little
He's drunk.
mushuga.
He's drunk. Mushuga. Yeah.
Oh, he was
yeah.
drinking.
Okay.
And now he starts swinging the machete at me.
This is your friend though.
Well,
Not-
this is the Bronx.
What did you
Friend
do?
today, foe tomorrow. He would have given me a great eulogy.
yeah.
He tried to chop my head off. I had to block it. He's pushing me down. He almost pushed me on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
And as I was there, he let me up. He starts a mad banshee laugh.
Don Chin.
He gets on his Harley. His Harley is parked right there.
In
the
inside,
dining room.
Inside.
Who's going to stop him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then he
What
goes
a
out. Next
nutso.
day he comes like, that never happened before.
He blacked out. It was crazy.
He was bugging out.
No, but you think that was like his this is your final test?
Yeah, it was. You know, this was sort of like, whoa.
So as a manager, your crew at McDonald's was a crew actually. It wasn't so much like you have an old lady that's like doing the fries. You had a fucking tough crew.
If you just got out of Rikers Island,
Yeah. You
and
were with
number
you.
one, I was hiring you on the crew because you had to cover my back every time I had to go over the counter, and I had to
Right.
go over a lot.
Really?
There were all kinds of problems.
How many fights have you been in you think the span of your lifetime?
Well, you see, the beauty of it is I was hit so many times with so many objects that it moved the collagen around naturally.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that
You
anymore.
look great. You're a handsome guy.
Well, you know, I used to also be a whirling dervish in the disco era, you know, before your time.
I
Before
know.
you
Were a fixture at Studio 54.
That's right. No, they wouldn't let me in. I was a BQE guy. You know, no, you BQE, man.
You're a little bit of a Saturday Night Fever
Exactly.
kind of guy.
You from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
out of here.
What-
But anyway, you go to a club like Pastels in Bay Ridge.
Uh-huh.
I'm from Canarsie. My cousin's friends at Canarsie. Bath Avenue boys, Bay Ridge boys, they didn't like us.
Yeah.
So I'd be dancing with all the gals because the guys, they didn't want to dance. They didn't think that was very manly.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden, bam! I'd catch you right in the schnoz.
While you're like doing like this, you guys.
Please, don't insult me, man.
I don't know.
You want to show me that again, that move of yours?
I don't know.
Oh, God. Look at this, man. What are you, a disco duck? My
No, I'm
God.
not from that era.
Man, please.
What? Show us how it's done then.
Oh, okay. So they bust your schnoz, right?
Oh, you
because
bet.
that's the other thing that Italians and Jews share. They have big beaks.
And there's
you
a-
hit them in the beak, nose. Well, my nose
And big
almost shattered.
schlongs, too. Big
and you know
schlongs.
where they
Yeah.
dragged me into?
Where?
The ladies' bathroom.
Oi.
Told all the girls, hey, get out of here, Vicky. Get out of here, Angela. We got some work to do on Curtis.
And they were
You
all
got
naked.
a quarter. Hey, Sal, you got a quarter. Now, you know what the quarter was for?
No.
The tampon machine. What do you think stopped the bleeding in my schnozola?
They
I'm
put it in?
bleeding on my polyester waffle weave flame retardant shirt, my bell-bottom pants. I got my marshmallow shoes
No
on.
way.
Oh, my God. The only thing, tampons up there. And then they take them out, put new tampons in. That's what they do when they operate on you, nasal.
That's kind of nice of them to stop the bleeding. The mean guys.
God, my God, it was the only thing that worked. So that's why, remember in the previous election, they called, who was that, Tampon Tim, you know, the governor of Minnesota?
Yeah.
Could have called me Tampon Curtis.
No, I would never.
Of course you wouldn't, because I
Because
hit
you're
you
my
so
best
hard,
friend.
your
You're my
mother-
best friend. We're
your
best
mother
friends.
would feel-
Stop it. Oh, give me a hug. You want to give me a hug?
I can't.
I
no,
love
no,
you. I love
please. Please.
You want to give me a
No,
hug?
no, no, no.
Just
Please.
come on.
How do I know you don't have Ebola
You were
flesh-eating
just,
virus?
I saw you at Pride yesterday. You were
I
at
was
Pride yesterday
Hell
dancing.
yeah.
You
Did you see me dancing
yeah,
on that float?
all the Metza Fanooks liked you.
Oh, what did you
rude?
call my friends Fanooks?
No. Is that rude or nice?
That's rude.
Okay, I would never.
You are
I
a
take it
rude
back.
boy, man. You blood clot. You Yankee, man.
Yeah, Rastafari.
Yeah,
okay.
here's a spliff. Puff, puff, pass.
I
Okay.
don't smoke weed anymore.
Oh,
I tried.
yeah, right.
Okay, I know. I really don't.
This guy, I'm telling you.
Okay.
If I gave you Maui Wowie and Hindu Kush, are you telling me you wouldn't do puff, puff, pass?
No, I would. It makes me paranoid. It makes me feel terrible. I did it on the show once with 2 Chainz, and it was everyone said that you're a pathetic loser. I was freaking out. It
Well,
stinks.
I agree with them on that.
Yeah.
There's no doubt
No,
about
but
that.
normally when I'm not on weed, everyone thinks I'm the coolest guy. Okay, wait. So from that crew at McDonald's, that crew develops into the Magnificent 13.
Well, first the Burger Boys.
The
We were
Burger Boys.
Burger Boys.
That was your name. And then you're like, let's assemble a crew and let's all this violence, all this turmoil around us, let's do something about it. Is that
Let's
correct?
patrol the number 4 train, the Muggers Express, the worst subway
Yeah.
line of a very horrible subway system in New York City.
And that was like a time where like public services had abandoned like people in that area.
There were
right?
no cops at night. We
Yeah.
were on the verge of a fiscal collapse. We were going to go Chapter 11, and the incoming mayor, Ed Koch, had to cut firefighters, cops, social workers, teachers. It was Mishigash.
Yeah.
It was a mess.
So wait, so from the time, I think it was like what, 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. there was no patrolmen.
By the way, are you keeping track of all the Yiddish words that I'm using and the Italian words, please?
No, do
If I
not
use more
keep track of
Yiddish or more
anything
Italian
Jewish,
words.
okay?
Yeah, okay.
Keep track of the Italian
Okay,
thing.
very
We
good.
need to put in the documents.
Yes.
Okay. No, all right. There were no patrolmen at night,
None.
basically, right? So the subways were just like open, like.
It was the Wild West.
It was
you
the
could
Wild
come
West.
on with a gang, or a lot of them guys, they had the reverse, sheepskin coats. They had their name buckles.
Yeah.
And they come diddy bopping through. Manhattan makes it, and Brooklyn takes it.
Yeah,
Give
yeah.
it up. Give it up right now.
Yeah. But you're Brooklyn.
Now, you would have
could-
been target number 1.
No.
Because you look like Bernard Getz, the subway gunman. Did anybody ever tell you that?
Well, that's your friend.
No,
That's
I
the guy
know,
that
but
you
hey,
stood
I'm
up
just
for.
saying.
That's the guy you stood up for. I would not stand up for
You're
him.
the Vic. You're a perfect Vic.
No, I would be in an Uber,
If
personally.
I was
In
gonna thug
1977,
somebody
I would
up-
take Uber.
With 4 guys, you would be the guy on the subway they come and pick on. You know that.
No, I'd be driving my Rolls Royce around town with a fur
Rolls
coat.
Royce,
Go to
oh.
Studio
All
54. The most
pimped
beautiful
out,
women.
right?
The most beautiful women just begging to be with
What
me.
a fantasy,
Every
man. This guy
woman
does
wanting to
smoke
be
Maui
with me.
Wowie and Hindu
And then
Kush.
I'd be at CBGB's with the punks.
CBGBs.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
do you know about CBG?
What do I know about it? That's.
Do you know the greatest counterculture
I'd be a
group
Max.
of all time was who?
The Clash.
The Clash.
And they wrote a song about you.
That's right. Red Angel Dragnet.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh! Look at that. What a Hazarai. What a Hazarai.
I'm
You
just a
can't
little
take
bit. Chazarai. Okay,
Can't
whatever.
take this.
Okay,
That's
wait.
another Yiddish word. Could you mark
So
that
did you
down?
meet Joe Strummer? You met them?
SUV.
You met Joe Strummer, the lead singer of the Clash?
No, I never met them.
Dude, that was like my favorite. One
They
of my
were
favorite
in the
bands growing up.
LES. They were in the low, and they were watching what we were doing.
Really?
And they created this song. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't follow counterculture music. You know, I was more Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young,
Oh!
Jim Morrison, The Doors,
Woo!
the greatest of all time.
Nah. I don't know.
Wait a second, come
no,
on.
he's not. He's kind of a
Morrison
little bit of
and
an
The
idiot.
Doors.
No, the Doors are good. When you read the lyrics, it's a little bit stupid sometimes.
Except now all of a sudden you're a
I like
musical
Crystal Ship. I like that song.
Oh, you do?
Before you
Spare
slip
me.
into
Could you keep it in the shower stall?
unconsciousness,
Oh,
I
God, Mama,
let you have
Mama, piece of work.
another kiss.
Are you a frustrated performer? Be honest, man.
Yes.
Your calling you thought was
I'm
going to
trying
be the
to-
Great
I'm a-
White Way Broadway, and it
Yeah.
ended up with doing
I wanted to
a
be in
podcast.
I wanted to be in Oklahoma growing up.
Do you know who else does a podcast? My freaking dentist and plumber. You gotta listen to my podcast, Curtis. Why do I have to listen to your podcast?
Dude, this is-
I got the greatest
Curtis,
podcast in the world.
I could not agree more with what you're saying right now. Yeah. When I see NBA players starting podcasts, I'm like, I have to do this because I'm not in the NBA. Like, why are you doing this right now? It's demeaning to be doing this. But
You know what
I
this
must,
is?
point of clarification, this is a talk show, this is not a podcast. And that's why I'm giving you such a brilliant
Excuse me.
interview right now.
You know what this is the equivalent of? in the 80s, every other block had a comedy club, remember?
Yeah,
An
that
open
was during
mic.
the boom. That was during the
Now try to find a comedy club.
Well,
Ain't easy to do.
No, it's
This
it's
is
more
what's
easy
going to
than you
happen
think.
to podcasts. Eventually, it's going
I
to go.
completely agree again. I
Gone.
completely agree again.
Extinct.
Honestly, I 1000% agree with you again. They need to go. They need to be over. I mean that.
Excuse me. Why, as a Jew, do you wear Galloway golf? You know, that's
Callaway.
Isn't that?
But
like,
Galloway, because it's a Napolitano.
Isn't that very waspy?
Like Galamad.
Isn't that very waspy?
No, I'm a golf. One of the best golfers.
Oh, you're a good caddy. Are you a good caddy? Did you start caddying?
No, I'm a 39.
Did you ever wash the balls there for the guy who
Yeah.
had the big Bertha there?
Yeah, of course. Okay, wait. So how does your crew become how do you become the Angels, right? How does when do you put the beret on? When do you take the apron, turn it backwards, and make it into a cape?
Right. Well, after we were the Burger Boys to test it out, I then had to start to sort of create a look. And what was the opposite of the Hells Angels, which was the image for all street urban youth to follow? Could you believe this? They were like the
opposite of the
KKK, the
Hells- yeah.
1%ers. They hated black people.
Yeah, Altamont is terrible. Yeah,
Oh, you followed Altamont, huh?
I'm a big Stones fan.
Oh,
I'm a
God.
big Stones fan.
I mean, notice West Coast was violent, East Coast, Woodstock, 500,000 strong, up in Bethel, New York.
Yeah.
Peace, love, happiness,
Were
and
you at Woodstock?
fornication.
Were you at Woodstock?
Hell no. 1969. How old do you think I was? I was born in 54.
You're 15.
Yes, very good. You are Jewish.
I
You're very good at
I
math.
researched
Oh,
you.
research. Okay. All right. You
I've
sure
done a
that's
lot.
not AI? You sure that's not Google?
No, I just said 15.
All right. Okay. Very good.
Okay, wait. So wait. Keep going. Like you formed the Angels, and then you when do the Angels become known? Like how did you become a fixture? Because you very quickly, from being like this star kid to being a manager at McDonald's, you became a New York City kind of character and fixture, and you became part of the tapestry of the times, the
Well,
80s.
to
The
be
80s,
honest,
like you're like a character in the story
It came
of New York.
about from a negative connotation. I was called a vigilante.
Yeah.
I was called a gang leader because it was a group of predominantly blacks and Hispanics, and there was a lot of stereotyping going on, so it was difficult. In the first 13 years, I got wooden shampoos and concrete facials from the police. I'll never forget, I got arrested one time by a sergeant, and I said, "What's the charge, Sarge?" And he said, "Take the position, put your hands behind your back. What's the charge, Sarge?" Inhaling and exhaling. You do us a favor if you would just stop breathing.
That's so mean.
That's how much they hated
That's
me.
mean. And so you were the head of this organization. You've always been the leader of the organization. What's your title in the Angels?
Some have called me a grand poobah.
Grand Poobah. I like that.
No,
No?
I don't believe in idolatry.
So what are you?
Angel One. That's
Angel
my
One.
nickname. Angel One.
Oh yeah, and on the radio that's Angel One. Angel One. Okay.
Code Red. Angel One.
Okay, and so what crimes? I just for the audience to describe the Angels, so everyone's on the same page. How many? What crimes did you deal with primarily? Were it violent
Gangs.
crimes?
Gangs,
Gang crimes.
really.
Okay.
Gangs would come on the trains.
Yeah.
And they would just rob people indiscriminately.
Yeah.
Our presence prevented that, and at times we had to get a little physical.
Yeah.
There were no cops around, but a lot of people remember we were the only thing that prevented them from being robbed.
And in terms of the leadership structure, did people try to challenge your authority at any points, within the ranks?
Always,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd be lying to you if I said it didn't happen.
Yeah.
You always have people who assume that what you're doing, they could do better.
Yeah. And were there people that tried to infiltrate? Did you ever I'm sure because the feds didn't like you. I'm sure they tried to get guys to get in.
It wasn't the feds. They didn't really
The city,
take an
it was
interest, but
Koch. It was Koch.
NYPD
And
and Ed
NYPD.
Koch,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And the
his,
transit police. Yeah.
what they called his consigliere, his advisor on legal issues.
Yeah.
They hated us. So they had what was covert operators who were members of the police department, young, graduating from the police department. So they were of the same age as the Guardian Angels. And you could tell who they were because they wanted to cooperate and help you in every way. Oh, I got a
They're
car.
over eager.
Oh, I could take you here. I could get this printed and all that. And I immediately, my street smarts would kick in and say, these guys are being too helpful. So we'd isolate them because we realized why they were there. They were not there for the right reason.
And did anyone ever try to put on the uniform like on a train that was like a criminal, like try to like go in disguise.
Well, the reason that didn't happen wasn't because of anything we did.
Yeah.
But the criminals so hated us, despised us, loathed us.
They're like, I would never.
We had 6 guardian angels who were shot and killed in the line of duty.
Yeah.
That a thug didn't want to be seen as a guardian angel because for whatever reason, whether glory or maybe using it for a bad reason, now in the neighborhood, they would be stigmatized as a guardian angel and they had to deal with thugs and thugettes.
This episode is brought to you by eBay Live. Here's how it goes. First, you're just watching eBay Live, seeing some rare finds, not even bidding, just lurking, and then you see a rare rookie card. Go for an absolute steal. A 90s handbag comes up, and you have to jump in. Maybe put that rookie card in the handbag. Maybe you lose your first auction. You bid again and win. And that winning feeling, it's such a rush because, you know, everyone else wanted it too. Meanwhile, on eBay Live, you don't just watch the action, you're in it. Download the eBay app to stream and shop live. eBay Live, things people love.
Oh, is my golf bag?
Oh, God.
No, okay, never mind. Okay.
Do you have attention deficit disorder? Seriously.
No, because I'm waiting on this golf bag because I got this.
Did you ever take Ritalin, you know, to sort of like focus you?
No.
You could admit it.
I did back in the day, man.
All right, no, I understand.
Back at my rock bottom, I used to.
Right, but
I
you
used to
see
be going
in
to the bad side of town.
Everybody has your shrink. Rich people have a shrink.
No, I'm over it. I don't go to shrinks. I'm over it.
Psychiatrist?
Because no, sometimes shit happens.
Psychologist?
No. I went for a long time. Now I'm an adult man. I'm like, shit happens. Sometimes that's just
no
some
therapy,
shit.
Right?
No, because you think about yourself too much.
You freestyle now.
No, now I can just fucking deal with shit when it happens because I'm a fucking
not
a baby.
Man.
I'm not
so
a baby
proud
anymore.
No, I'm so proud of you.
Okay, wait. So let's talk about Lisa.
Times we've agreed.
Let's talk about Lisa. Okay.
Oh.
Your wife. So you meet this fashion model.
Second wife. Yeah.
Second wife. So you meet this fashion model, and she takes your breath away.
Excuse me?
She takes your breath away.
Yes, she was a curator of an art gallery and a fashionista model. Yes.
And she's from the
and a
other
black belt
side.
in karate, Goju.
She's from the other side of the tracks. She's well bred kind of.
Yeah. She grew up in the suburbs.
In the burbs.
Ridgewood, New Jersey, Lake Forest, Illinois. Her father was like a vice president of American Can. Great family.
And so you meet her, and then she in '81 she kind of joins the ranks of the.
Yeah, right away.
Right away.
Within like the first 6 months, I would say.
And you guys were trying to cover up your love affair. It was kind of like longing looks across the headquarters. Right?
You mean like we had the urge to merge? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, you guys were like, it was like tense. It was like kind of sexy.
Wait,
think about it.
Hold on, you're getting psychosexual.
My understanding is that you didn't want to mix like that with the in the context of you running the organization, so you had to keep it under wraps. And so there was like a tension with you and Lisa.
What are you?
She's a model. I mean, when I was reading this, I'm like, damn.
Are you a freak? I mean, what is wrong with you, man?
I just think it's quite romantic. In fact,
this was a professional relationship.
So then, when did you guys?
She came from a different world. I came from a different world.
Uh-huh.
We just happened to collaborate on something that we agreed on, and from that, a partnership, a respect developed. What do you seem to make it so dirty?
And so you were seriously injured in a karate fight with her. She seriously injured you. She broke your legs.
I wouldn't say that. I would say I was a good punching bag for her because she was an accomplished black belt in Goju. Yes.
And she broke your leg?
Fractured it.
She fractured it.
Yeah.
Was that when you were married or before?
No, that was when we were married.
Really?
Yeah, well, sometime, and it wasn't a marital dispute.
But it was like in the context of a karate demonstration. Really? Damn. Were you getting some in on her at least?
Excuse me?
Did you get a couple in on her at least?
I'm not going to hit a woman.
So why? So it's not fair. Why are you fighting a woman?
Whoa.
So obviously she's going to break your leg. She's a black belt.
I realized that.
So you're like, what were you doing? Like this?
You're a guy ready to hit a woman. No.
No, my God, I would never fight a woman to begin with. Especially my wife. Especially in front of the angels.
I'm sorry.
No, you stop it. No, you do not put that on me.
I would just absorb whatever blows came from that woman. I would not hit a woman.
No, and me too. And
no, I don't believe that.
And the cops would laugh. The cops wouldn't take it seriously. And they'd say, why were you wearing that to me?
You mean the cops would laugh at you? Seriously?
They would laugh at me if I'm getting hit by my.
I would suggest I know you have this psychosis.
If you're getting
you
beaten,
need therapy, psychologist.
I'm over therapy.
No, come on, I'll pay for it. How about if I flip the script for you, huh?
1990, you got a job as a radio host. 1992, in April, you're attacked by the Gaudis and Gambinos with bats.
Oh, yeah, that's the first attack.
In July.
July is the second attack.
During the election for mayor, I remember it went viral. You talking about the attack in the cab.
Well, let's start though first with the baseball bat attack.
Yeah.
So I'm doing Angels in the Morning with Lisa at that time, and I have a special edition of Mob Talk. Remember, like when O.J. was on trial, everybody wanted to talk about what happened in the case the day before.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
When John Gotti Sr. was on trial the last time before they sent him away, triple life without parole to Marion, nobody wanted to talk about the case the next day.
Because they were scared.
Not Stern, not Imus, not anybody, because they were scared.
Yeah.
And they said to me, Curtis, do yourself a solid. Don't talk about this. That is a guarantee that I'm going to talk about it because I grew up with these Gavons, these Yadruls.
Yeah, you think that, was there like a neighborhood rivalry? Did they see another guy from Canarsie that was like more popular than them, that bothered them?
No, I think what they objected to is I was destroying this myth that you're safer in an organized crime neighborhood than you would be in a
community organization.
Yeah, and I'd say, and they brought in the heroin. And now all of a sudden they wanted black people using the heroin, and now their own sons and daughters and grandchildren are using the heroin. And they say, you need to take the code of Omerta.
Yeah.
You need to not discuss our business on the radio.
It's kind of like,
I continue to discuss it.
Kind of like Israel a little bit.
Oh. How come you bring it right back to Israel?
Because it's like they get mad at you if you talk.
I see.
It's a little bit of a.
You got a
little bit of a conspiracy of silence.
I understand that.
Whenever I talk about it, people they got mad at me.
It's like going back to the Stern gang, right? In Israel,
the Stern gang, the
the blew up.
Yeah, Baba Booey, Artie,
right.
Robin.
Okay,
yeah. Okay, all right, let's go. Wait, so April. You're attacked with a bunch of baboons with bats.
John
right?
Gotti Jr. gets the orders from headquarters. His father.
He's incarcerated. His dad is in jail at the time?
Yeah, he's in jail.
Yeah.
And by the way, he's listening on the radio to me each morning and dropping more F-bombs than you have.
Oh, they didn't know that there was a radio. You
exactly.
didn't know that there was a radio.
It wouldn't have mattered.
No,
you
thought,
know me. I'm talking away.
No, you thought he was away in the jail. You wouldn't get in trouble.
So he tells his son, he says, I need you to shut this guy up. You and your crew take care of it. So they attacked me with baseball bats. Not Gotti Jr. He was observing. So you had the UN. You had Brian McLaughlin, the Irishman. You had Stephen Kaplan, a Jewish guy who should have been in Baruch studying math, right? Instead of trying to knock my block off. And Ruggiero, it was in his DNA, like father, like son. They hit me about 38 times with baseball bats. I could see the Joe DiMaggio autograph on the Hillerk and Bradsby Louisville Slugger.
Yeah.
And I was able to survive. They broke my elbow.
Did they get in trouble for that?
No, because this was before Rudy Giuliani, my kumbari Cheech, became the mayor. Nobody got arrested back then. Yeah. So I get taken to Beth Israel. They tell me, we'll release you in about a week. You got a serious concussion and you got the broken elbow. I said, I'm signing myself out. You can't do that. I said, yes, I can.
Did they give you protection when you were in the hospital?
They gave me
So how do you know that they wouldn't go back in the hospital with the bats?
You've been watching too many movies and TV shows. So the next day, I'm back on the air.
Yeah.
And now I tell the story of the murder that John Gotti Jr. committed at the Silver Fox Disco and Gin Mill in South Ozone Park. Against Danny Silva. He found Danny Silva in there, who apparently had gotten a consignment of cocaine and didn't pay the VIG.
Oh.
So he surrounds him with his homies. He said, hey, Danny, why are you avoiding me? And Danny's dancing, with his gumada there or whatever. And he said, get the fuck out of my face.
To you?
He says this to Gotti Jr.
Oh, to Gotti Jr.
And Ruggiero gives him a shiv. Boom, 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 boom. 48 times.
Dead.
He guts him out. Right there on the floor. And everybody... You didn't see nothing, right? No, we didn't see nothing. So they go back to the Bergen Hunt Fish and Shoot Human Beings Club, where John Gotti Sr. is holding court, and they tell him.
But there's a thing called Shoot Human Beings Club?
Yeah. It was right there on 101st Avenue in Ozone Park. This was their club.
Like it would be on Google Maps if it was around today.
Try it out. Bergen Hunt Fish and Shoot Human Beings Club.
Really?
Because that's what they did there, was shoot human beings.
I think the cops should have. They were obviously.
Hey,
they
cops
should have
were
paid
on the-
attention to that place.
The cops were on the payroll, as was the DA, John Santucci, who would have 12-hour luncheons at the old Alta Donna restaurant right there on Pickett Avenue in Cross Bay. With who? John Gotti Sr. and the Gambino crime family.
That's a long lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they would order trafe. They would order lobsters and lots of
So
shrimp.
like you were like, I'm not gonna shut up, okay? But like obviously you knew there was a target on
Do
your
you
back.
ever shut up at all?
No, I'm saying like you kept going on the radio talking about them.
Exactly.
So like, but like you had to have it in the back of your mind that you were gonna they were gonna maybe come back and try to do.
What do you think? I'm naive?
Yeah. Okay. So then.
What do you think? I went to some elite college and I was sort of just hopelessly not realizing as a street guy that I
You went
am.
to the school of hard knocks.
Of course,
Yeah.
I realized that
Yeah.
they may put a target on my back.
So like what I mean like I guess a couple months later they did literally.
June 19th of 1992.
You were going to work at the WABC.
By the way, not the federal holiday Juneteenth, and nobody can tell you what Juneteenth is.
All right.
Mark it on your calendar. June 19th, 1992. I'm going to WABC.
Okay.
I'm in a cab. Bang, bang, bang. 5 times with hollow point bullets. in
And
the
they
back of
hit
that
you
cab.
every one of those 5
Well,
times.
they fired 6 shots. This is Michael Leonardi. He was the hitman. They told him, little Nick Carrazzo, Jojo Carrazzo, and Canarsie, the Gambino crime family, they got the contract on me because the father was disappointed that Junior didn't do the job with the baseball bats. And they told Michael Leonardi, do not shoot Sliwa in the head.
Why?
Shoot him throughout the body, bleed him out, put the last bullet right there between his eyes.
Oh, because they want you to be in pain before they kill you.
No, because they know you can't move then. It's going to be an easy headshot. Leonardi tells them, I'm the hitman. Don't you tell me what to do. First shot was right at the head. I didn't do any Bruce Lee move.
dodged?
Wah! No, it just missed. And it went right through the back window.
From 1 foot?
He missed.
But he's 1 foot away.
Yeah,
So
well,
he
it
stinks.
happens.
They
you
got this
know.
idiot.
It
He's got-
happens. And then he starts firing away. I got hit 5 times, and I jumped out of a moving cab.
At your,
Aerated me. He was aiming
but he's trying
at,
for your dick?
yeah, my 3-piece set, and that's not the knife, the spoon, and the fork.
So
okay?
he's trying to go head dick.
Exactly.
That's all right.
You
yeah.
see, now
Wait.
you're learning.
So question, like, when I've read about you telling the story, there was a guy under the glove box with the gun?
That's Michael Leonardi.
How small
Under
was
the
he?
dashboard.
Yeah, how small was he?
Not that small. He's a big dude.
How much room was there under a
Hey,
dashboard?
what do you think? I measured it. What do you think? I was like trying to build a closet under
But
there.
that's a really small place. It's just like,
Would you like to simulate that? We can hotwire a yellow cab and we can actually drive it in front of your studio here, and I can showcase to you how you can fit underneath the dashboard.
well, what I thought was that in Ocean's 11, the Chinese guy, when they put him in the box. Yeah. That I
This
only
guy
know.
is making a joke out of something.
It's not a
that
joke.
almost
It's
took
not a
my
joke,
life.
but I was just
is
like.
this comedy or what?
It's just that I'm not making a joke of it. I'm just like the first thought I had was like that guy's just sitting there like cramped for like hours, and he's like, let me know when Sliwa's in here so I could go out and boom, boom, boom. You know, like it's just I don't know. That was just the image I had in my mind.
But
yeah.
you really think that this Jadrul, this guy
Absolute
who couldn't
Jadrul.
chew gum and think at the same
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
Michael Leonardi.
Yeah.
You really think he thought this out, or he was
No,
just?
it's just like, those guys just seem to be like complete like they bonked their head a little bit.
Stunner.
Yeah.
It's like
Stunner.
guys like this in the neighborhood. I would always ask the old timers.
Yeah.
I'd say, why is he called Crazy Vinny, Crazy Sal, Crazy Joey?
'Cause he's a little
he
retarded.
fell on his head at birth and they had to put a plate in his head. And I said, could everybody in this Canarsie of mine have been born and then had a plate put in their head?
Yeah.
And became a geriatric espresso sipping psychotic killer of organized crime? I ask you that.
No. I mean,
you
their
seem
mothers probably drank a lot
You
when they were in
seem a
their.
little frightened. You seem you're schwitzing a little bit on your
No,
schnapps
I'm not,
there.
because I have the angels with me
Oh,
right
okay,
now.
all right,
I'm not scared at all.
Oh no, that's
If
okay.
he wanted to try something, I'd be good.
Yeah, is
I
he
go
wearing-
ahead and try.
Is he wearing his Depends? Because I don't want him to have an X-Lax
I'm-
attack.
I-
here. Very embarrassing.
I'm not wearing a
Okay.
diaper right now at all. But okay, wait. So you get out of the car
I jump out of the car.
Because the back seat is
They have stolen that cab
Yeah.
and took it to the biggest chop shop in the Northeast, Carmine Agnello, son-in-law of John Gotti Sr.,
Yeah.
married to Victoria the Putan, right?
the prostitute, Victoria the prostitute.
Victoria. You
Putan.
remember she had that A&E special?
I
Victoria
don't
Gotti
remember.
and the Three Little Jadrus.
Oh, the wife. Oh, yeah, I
where
remember
they had
the
to
show.
have subtitles.
Growing Up Gotti. I remember the show.
It was
yeah.
tougher to understand Ozzy Osbourne. You had to have subtitles. Her 3 sons, she claimed one of them was going to Harvard, had to have subtitles. You couldn't even understand what these knuckle draggers were saying. It's in their DNA. So anyway, Carmine Agnello took the yellow cab and customized it, as you said. They cut the handles off inside, put them back on with crazy glue.
So you couldn't
because
get out.
little Nick Carrazzo, who grew up with me and hated me and I hated him, we were like 2 scorpions in a brandy glass, said Curtis will try to fight his way out. He will reach for the handle.
Yeah.
And when he reaches for the handle, he's going to get the handle, and then you pop more lead into him.
Yeah. Well, I think
And
anyone
that's
would try to get
exactly
out.
what they did.
Yeah. So these were guys from the old neighborhood. Like you had history with
They
a
were
lot of
mostly
these guys.
from Canarsie, yes.
Yeah. Wait. So then, in order to get out, because it's just an incredible story. In order to get out, you leapt forward across the driver, and then and got out the window. Is that
Right
correct?
over the gunman. The gunman was sitting
gunman.
right there.
Yeah.
Right, and I went right over his shoulder, halfway out. So D'Angelo,
Unbelievable.
who is the driver, smashes me into the parked car. They figure that's it. He pulls away, and then Iannotti puts the last bullet in my back and pushes me out, and they figure I'm dead on arrival.
Did you feel like you were dead? Like you were going to die?
I was bleeding out
You were
bad.
terrified.
So I'm
Yeah.
right on the corner of East 6th Street and Avenue B. This is when it was the
So
Alphabet
you're in
jungle.
Alphabet City, so it's also a dangerous
It
place.
is when it was bad.
For junkies, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like it is now where you'd have to take a reverse mortgage and a payday loan just
No,
to
it's just
rent a closet.
NYU's throwing up on the street.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
okay.
all.
So I'm on the ground, and who happened to be on a payphone? No cell phones back then. But a member of the Hells Angels. That was their gin mill right there. B and 6th Street. So he turns me over because he sees I'm bleeding out. Says, Curtis, don't die on us. And all the Hells Angels run out, and they're looking at me. And then all of a sudden, one of them yells, the cab, it's coming back. The cab is coming back.
Oh,
so
fuck.
what do you think all these roided up monsters of Mayenne do?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
run back into the bar.
They ran away?
They ran into the bar. I'm sitting there, right,
Oh,
laying
no.
out, and I'm watching this cab come to me, and it happens not to have been the same cab, but it was some guy speaking Farsi, you know, in a CB radio.
Oh, a different guy.
Yeah, he just
Okay.
missed me. The next thing you know, the meat wagon shows up. 5-0, the police show up. They scrape me up off of the asphalt. They put me in a body bag. They pump it up with air the way you would pump up a bicycle.
Wait, they thought you were dead?
I was bleeding out real quick.
Okay,
When
yeah.
I was in that bag, you know, where they were trying to suppress the bleeding, you could hear my blood sloshing.
Oh, my word.
Then they took me to Bellevue, hit every pothole imaginable. I felt like it was Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre driving, you know,
got
hydraulics.
a rough ride, yeah.
And then the moment they get me into the ER, I remember the scalpel. They were cutting me open. 2 days later, I wake up in the ICU. It's a meat
miracle.
locker.
It's a miracle.
They got tubes in every orifice of my body. Who's the first person I
Your
woke
butt?
up to?
Sorry.
Who do you think was the first person I woke up to?
Your-
My
your
enemy
wife.
of all enemies. No, she was there, but
John
she was
Gotti?
not the first. Oh, God forbid.
Your enemy of all enemies? Ed Koch.
Yes!
No!
Ed
Did I
Koch
get it
was
right?
there. Yeah!
No! And
Seven,
did you guys,
seven,
you guys made peace, you and Koch?
So I'm looking at Ed Koch.
Do you want water?
And remember, I'm
You want
still. Well, no, please.
Okay, you don't
I
drink
don't know
water?
what you put in that water.
It's clay, it's sealed.
Is that from
I'm
the
not
River
trying to-
Jordan? Is that holy water?
Why are you making this about
Is
Jewish?
that how Jesus was baptized?
No, it's essential.
By John the Baptist.
It comes from Jersey,
Did you ever
probably.
see the River Jordan? You see, it's a little trickle now. It's
Yeah, it's
all
like
polluted.
yeah.
Your next war there is going to be not over oil or olive oil. It's going to be over water. But anyway, I divert.
Yeah,
to the
no,
Middle
it's
East.
true.
Okay,
Yes,
all right.
yeah. But you know they have desal. Wait, okay, we don't have to talk about it.
Why
Wait,
are you digressing?
No, I'm not digressing. You brought up fucking Israel again. You're
Oh,
obsessed with Israel.
okay.
You're
That's
just
'cause
like
you-
Cuomo. You're just like Cuomo. You're just like Cuomo. Okay, wait.
I am not a Cuomo-sexual.
You are
He was
you are
slapping
the
grannies and
Cuomo-sexual.
killing grannies.
You were on the Cuomo-sexual float at Pride yesterday.
By the way,
Yeah.
let me get back to here.
You're-
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
wake up and it's the image of Ed Koch, and I thought I died and went to hell without an asbestos suit. I look over Cardinal O'Connor. He's got the extra munction vest on. This is the death right vestments. Just in
Wow.
case I kicked it. And then in the middle was my wife, Lisa, and I recognized, wow, I survived for another day.
Holy shit.
It wasn't until 12 years later that they indicted John Gotti Jr., Iannotti, and D'Angelo for the kidnap and attempted killing.
And that was in the racketeering case 2005, correct? And you testified.
I testified 3 times. There were 4 trials.
4 trials.
Wait a second, I put 4. So I testified 3 times.
Yeah.
There were 4 trials. He skated on technicalities. Iannotti, the gunman, got 20 years. He's out. And D'Angelo became a cooperating witness, told the story the way I did. And I think he owns a pizza parlor now somewhere on Staten, Italy.
All right. So after this happens, like, were you ever afraid that they would try to get you again? Or?
Oh, they were trying to. There was no doubt.
Do you have anyone like in your family, like wise guys or something like that could have been like leave the boy alone?
There were some extended relatives. How do I put
Did they
this?
try to be like, just don't kill Curtis, he's a good guy?
No.
No.
There were some extended relatives I had who lived in Howard Beach, Howard Beach, not New Howard Beach.
Yeah, yeah.
And after I had recovered, was sitting around, Sunday, they're not wearing any Guinea T-shirts on, they're just bare chested.
Yeah.
Hey, Curtis, you deserve that. I said, oh, tell me.
Your family?
Yes. Why did I deserve it? Because you're a rat. You eating the Parmesan cheese.
Oh, Omerta.
And you know what I told him? I'm the biggest rat going, I love to eat Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
And they looked at me and said, that's why they try to kill you.
Yeah. And did you stop talking to those people, or they're still family?
Oh, they're family.
Family's
Blood
not
is
perfect.
thicker
That's
than
how I
water,
feel. That's how I feel.
Hey, come on.
I feel the same way about some of my guys.
Yeah,
They drive me.
hey.
They drive me with sugar. But I'm like,
You got to keep all together.
Okay.
It's very tribal. Very tribal.
So from '92 to 2015, I see kind of this period of like between the shooting and then 2015, you kind of like try to get the band back together, so to speak.
Ooh, I like that.
Right. Yeah. So there's like this period where there was a series of slashings on the subways.
Yes.
And you like I have this image of you in my mind where you're like going like there's a guy like doing welding with sparks, and he takes his mask up and he's like, I need you to do one last job. Did you hit up what was your first call? Dawn.
What a great comic that would be.
What Dawn was your first call?
You think you could create this like Marvel Comics, about...
I don't know. I see everything as a movie. All of this would be a movie.
Who created Marvel Comics?
Stan Lee?
That's right. What was
Jewish,
Jewish,
yeah.
You could do the Curtis Sliwa Guardian Angel comic
You
book.
want me to? We could do the movie.
Oh, absolutely.
We could do the movie because they tried to do a movie in the early 80s, and
Well-
then they tried to do a Law and Order SVU episode, and we got to get it right for the first time.
Yeah, that was horrible.
They're fucking
In fact,
they're
after
rubbish.
that Law and Order episode, you actually felt empathy and sympathy for John Gotti Jr. and not for me.
Yes, but it's absolute
That
rubbish.
was horrible.
Yeah.
But we got to start this way. We got to say
Yeah.
we can't go the whole 9 yards.
Let's go with this.
Matchbook,
Okay.
magazine cover, comic book, full novel.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think. And what about kind of like maybe a mold of your manhood for the ladies?
Oh, wait a second.
What about that?
Excuse me.
But come on, you're a sex symbol.
Are you a freak or what?
I'm not saying not for me, but for the ladies, for your adoring.
You must have mentioned phallic symbols about 4 times. 4 times you mentioned phallic symbols.
What are you, Sigmund Freud?
This guy's a freak.
So you come back 2015, there's a series of slashings. New York City's changed a lot.
Yes.
Okay, if you want to go from 1977 in the Bronx to like 2015, you've seen the city change, and you were part of its tapestry, as I said earlier, which is kind of an embarrassing kind of.
Well, it changed from clearly all gangs all the time.
Yeah.
To now, unfortunately, a lot of emotionally disturbed persons who act up at a moment's notice.
Yeah, and do you feel like I've heard you speak about the homeless. Like, do you feel like it's I've said this before, but like in the future it will seem like kind of ridiculous to people that we just walked past people suffering. Like,
yeah, well, my father
eventually.
would take me to where you first discovered CBGBs. There was the Bowery in the 60s.
Yeah, it's a John Varvatos story.
That's right. That
Can you
was where
believe
all
it?
the flop houses were.
Yeah.
Where you had to say a prayer at the Salvation of Army.
Yeah.
And sing a song to Jesus in order to get your soup and bread.
Yeah.
And my father would tell me, there by the grace of God, Curtis, go you. Never make fun of these people.
Yeah.
Always help them. He'd have conversations with them. And I thought my dad had all the furniture upstairs and rearranged in the wrong rooms.
Yeah.
But I could see every
But they were
time
veterans, a lot of them too.
Excuse me?
He was in the service, and they were veterans. A lot of
That's
these
right.
men. Yeah.
Merchant seamen.
And we kind of abandoned them when they came back home.
Yeah, they weren't merchants. like Jews and Chinese
I know.
and Lebanese.
I was making
They
a
were
joke.
merchant seamen.
I don't
They
know
were
about
considered
Lebanese,
the
but
scourge of the earth.
Yeah.
You know what they used to say? Oh, the seamen are coming. Hide your daughters and wives.
Really?
They all have scurvy and they all have syphilis.
Well, they were saying, that's not nice.
Yeah. Do I need to educate you on the history of that?
The
You know,
history
per
of
capita
seamen?
per person, more merchant seamen were killed in World War II than the other members of the uniformed service.
More than the Marines or the Army. Is that right?
Merchant
Marines.
mariners, yes.
Really? Where? In the Pacific Theater?
Pacific and the Atlantic.
The Pacific was
Remember,
hell.
once the ship got hit with a torpedo, down in Davy Jones's locker.
Oh, that's right, because they had
They couldn't stop.
the U-boats.
That's very good.
Yeah, we're
Nazis.
No, yeah.
Nazis.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, by the way,
yeah.
didn't one of your people do Springtime for Hitler? Who is that again?
No,
100 years
bro.
old. That's right.
Okay,
And
wait.
you know what he said about that when he got criticized? He said, I fought in the Battle of the Bulge against Nazis. What were you doing? Great response, Mel Brooks.
We're fucking allowed to make jokes about Nazis, and if you want to stop us, you can't, because that's the thing we're allowed to make jokes about. It's like, I love it. Okay, anyway, but like, I want to know about like, what is the bridge there to get you to like, are the angels active in that period? Like, do the like, what inspires you to get a team back together, assemble a team? I'm assuming Don is your first call.
No.
The Mad Chinaman.
Don was well off.
He was at McDonald's corporate.
Corporate. He was selling French fries, you know.
I
out
saw
in
that.
Idaho.
I saw
you know,
that. I looked him up.
okay.
Yeah.
But I stayed in touch with him, you know, as a friend. But really, this was more a pivot and shift. We had guardian angels all over the world now.
Yeah.
And you have to try to say, what is the problem? What can we get our volunteers to do that is not being done? And increasingly helping the homeless, helping the emotionally disturbed.
Yeah.
And if you notice, all the candidates, they pay lip service. They don't do anything.
Yeah.
De Blasio, he was too busy doing puff, pass on the back.
He was blazing. The
Oh,
whole time.
my God, was he blazing.
The whole time he was the mayor?
Every night on the back porch of Gracie Mansion, he was doing puff, pass.
Maybe he had a sleeping issue. No?
The problem is he slept too much.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true.
He didn't wake up.
Especially during COVID. Yeah.
And then you had Eric Adams, swagger man with no plan, who would party to the break of dawn in every nightclub, the only way you could get him to your neighborhood. And now we have Zoran, the magnificent Mandami.
Yeah.
They all talk about the homeless and the emotionally disturbed. You know what they do? Ugats. They do bupkis.
Yeah.
And the people, as you said, they put window shades on their eyes, cotton balls in their ears. They don't want to deal with it.
Yeah. What should we do? Like, living in a city, you kind of have to like have a cognitive dissonance when you see, like, if it really fully. When I first moved here, I moved here in 2014. Like, the first time you see a truly suffering human being, it's jarring, and you have to kind of like have horse blinders in order to just get to work on the train, or like, what do we as a society, like, in your mind, what should we do?
Well, you can't become immune to that feeling. That initial feeling you had was the correct humanitarian feeling.
It's an empathetic feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
By
response.
yourself, it's difficult to do much. But if you mobilize and organize, which is how I was taught by my father, Rules for Radicals.
Yeah.
You know, you never read Rules for Radicals, did you?
Angela Davis?
No. Well, got close. Angela Davis, Soledad Brothers, right?
Yeah.
That whole
Who was
era.
Who was it?
Except this was Saul Alinsky.
Saul
organizer.
Alinsky. Oh, that's Obama's boy. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. And that's how you learn how to organize.
So you like Obama?
Obama? Look, smooth operator, community organizer. But again, it's idolatry. Trump, idolatry. Obama, idolatry. Zoran, idolatry. Question authority.
Yeah.
Never accept what they say. I don't trust any politicians.
What did you like when we're getting a little bit ahead, but like actually fuck it. I want to talk about it. Like when the microphones got cut at the end.
How many F-bombs is that? Are you keeping count there, young
I
whippersnapper?
got a dirty mouth.
Please,
I got a
okay.
dirty mouth. I'm a blue
understand.
comedian. Okay. Wait, but like when the microphones were cut, like what were they like as guys, like Cuomo and Zoran, like just as guys, like interacting with them?
Andrew Evil Eyes Cuomo was exactly as he appeared.
He was a jerk?
Dystopian.
He was a jerk to you.
He felt he was entitled.
Yeah.
He wanted a coronation.
Yeah.
I felt he was evil.
Okay.
I could feel the evilness. Now, I knew his father, Mario.
And his father actually, I think perhaps, you could correct me if I'm wrong, perhaps the rivalry with Koch inspired this, But he actually praised you as lieutenant governor.
He's the first elected official to support us and praise us. And yeah, part of that was his rivalry with Koch, who
It's a
hated
little bit
us.
mean to what he said.
But he was genuine.
No, but the slogan against Koch, vote for Cuomo.
Oh, yeah. Well, that Andrew came up with.
Yeah, that's
you see, Andrew always
Andrew
denies
came up
that.
with that for his dad.
Yes.
Not the.
He was the
not
campaign manager at 23.
Oh, wow, for his dad.
And
yeah.
so his dad was losing to Ed Koch. They had a runoff in the Democratic primary in 1977.
And they said vote for Cuomo.
And then all of
not
a
the
sudden they
homo.
came up with this idea, Andrew Cuomo. They said, Dad, you got to go for this or you're going to lose to Ed Koch.
Because he's a
Vote
gay
for
man.
Cuomo, not the homo. They had
Yeah.
them all printed up. His dad, who was like the Hamlet of the Hudson, who always should I, shouldn't I, took 38 seconds to agree.
Yeah.
The next day, the polls showed that Ed Koch was plummeting. And then David Garth, who was his campaign manager, said, Ed, I got this. Don't worry. Called up Bess Meyerson, the most beautiful Jewish woman who ever existed, the first Miss America. Every booby and Zeta said, I hope my son or grandson will be with Bess Meyerson.
Bess Meyerson?
Bess Meyerson.
Right,
and then David Garth convinced her, I want you to attach yourself to Ed Koch, because he was gay. But pretend that if Ed gets elected mayor, as you swap spit everywhere you go, that you're going to have a marriage in Gracie Mansion. And all the boobies and zetas, all the Jewish old ladies who were playing mahjong, you know.
Wait.
At the,
So
the
Bess
beach
was
club.
a beard for him?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And a very good beard, I might add.
So why didn't she want to find a husband like a guy that wasn't gay?
No, I think she was doing it more as a favor to David Garth. She was
Who's David Garth?
He was the campaign manager who got John Lindsay elected.
Okay.
And Koch elected, and my kumbaya cheech Rudy Giuliani elected.
Ooh, Bess. I'm looking at pics right now.
He was wild.
Ooh,
he was out of control, but he knew politics.
Oh, this is wow, she's quite a looker, this woman.
See, I'm teaching you something. This
Wow,
is a
Bess.
teaching moment for you. The Gentile is
so he
teaching
got
the
this
Booker
chick.
boy. The
Well,
Booker boy.
I wasn't around in the
Did you
olden
study
days.
Talmud? Did you study
No
Torah?
one knows what's in the Talmud unless you're one of those guys in South
No, come on. You
Williamsburg.
must have studied. Come on.
No, it's the most boring.
You see, they teach you there to question authority, right? You question the rabbi. This is what I believe
It's like
in life.
it's
You
the most
must
boring
question.
debates about like, and if you do this, can you keep the Shabbos? If you do the rabbis talking about the most boring.
But
it's
you
rules.
do question the rabbi. You see, in real life, we are
It's
told,
all
don't
fake.
question our leaders.
It's a
Oh,
story
yeah.
about like.
I've sat there in
fake.
Jerusalem and watched that.
It's a fake.
It was an
thing.
enlightening experience.
I mean, it's a fake.
It
thing.
almost made me want to get a bris.
Did you? So you added as an adult man? It might hurt.
No, I wasn't. Look,
Yeah.
I am an AMP Catholic.
Yeah.
Ashes on Wednesday, palms on Sunday. Then you
Yeah.
don't see me for a month
Yeah.
of Sundays.
AMPF,
so if I'm
foreskin.
dissatisfied with one religion, you think I'm going to convert to another religion?
But religions, they're all ridiculous. It's like the one that if you're born onto one, it's the right one. It's like stupid.
Wow.
Because what about another guy? He's born into another one. He thinks it's the right one.
See? And by the way,
It's stupid.
look at all the evangelicals, right? They love the Israelis, but then on the day of rapture, when it's all over,
Yeah.
and the Mashiach comes down,
You think that's it's a
either the
ridiculous thing to
Jews
believe.
convert or they die, right?
They think there has to be a cow that's red or
See,
something
so
ridiculous.
let me ask you a
Yeah,
question. Why do you put up with this nonsense?
What do you mean put up with the nonsense? What do you mean? What do I put up with?
See, he's asking questions.
No,
Now,
I'm
this is
asking you
good.
like I'm
This
asking
is
you I'm
very-
asking you what like
this is
what do you
what they
qualify put
do
up?
when
What am
you're-
I gonna fight them? Like right? No, I speak.
Question authority. Question the
I've
evangelical.
spoken very publicly about my opinions on what's happened over there.
This is
and,
good.
And that it is.
Why are we talking about Israel and the Palestinians again? Why do you always keep
You
bringing
just
it back
brought
to
it
that
up.
subject?
You just brought it
Yeah,
up.
but you have a tick. You have like a knee-jerk reaction every time I
Curtis,
mention
you're doing
it.
a honeypot where you're setting the trap, and I respond to you, and then you say that I brought it up.
Did you ever have
That's a honey pot.
buns?
It's a
you know honey buns.
It's a classic. You and Don Chen doing a honey pot.
Did you ever have honey buns
Yes.
in jail? That's like currency. Honey buns.
I know.
ramen noodles,
I was in
and
the-
Newport Menthols. You gotta have the box, not the soft.
Yeah.
You think you could survive in jail?
I would be top dog.
Now you'd be a Maytag.
I would. They
They'd
would
have
eat
you
me
in
alive.
PC.
They would eat
Pump
me alive.
City, protective custody.
No, I joined Muslim Brotherhood. I think. Why not? Why? I joined the brothers.
That's 8. That's
Yeah,
8.
he likes that. He likes me.
That's
Okay,
good. That's
wait,
good.
Wait. Okay. So I want to talk. Like, what was it? You said Cuomo was a jerk. What was Zoran like when they cut the mics?
Zoran was interesting.
He's a nice guy or a regular? Or?
What it was is, obviously, he's got that.
He's talented.
That smile 24/7,
Yeah.
365.
Yeah.
But I had seen him in action in the streets. You know, they say he's the Manchurian candidate.
Campaigning.
He was organizing. Do you know the DSA only has 15,000 members in all of New York City?
What's DSA?
Democratic Socialists of America. The ones who've
Is that
taken
good?
over the
Is
Democratic
that a good one?
Party. Like 15,000.
Are they good or bad?
Well, it depends
Yeah.
what the issue is.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like any group.
yeah.
Republicans, Democrats, MAGA, conservatives, independent, whatever the issue. But the point is, they work hard, and that's why they're winning elections.
Yeah,
Everybody
They're
says, "How do
pounding
they-
the pavement.
Oy vey, how do they do this? Because they're out there. They're working hard by day, and then they party till the break of dawn at night. What does every young person want to do after a hard day's work?
Party, yeah.
And hook up, right?
And that's just like Eric Adams.
Right. Now,
Yeah.
people who supported me and the homosexuals who supported Cuomo, they'd come out and they'd work hard for one day.
Yeah.
And then they had to get Epsom salts for their dogs.
Epstein.
They were barking.
Oh,
They
yeah.
had to take Bengay
Those old
baths.
folks.
You didn't see them for another 3 days.
But I think I got to tell you, I think you for those Zoran guys, like last Halloween, you were like the biggest costume.
Zoronistas.
Yeah, yeah, you were like the biggest costume in
Oh,
New
they
York
loved
City.
it.
You like everyone became quite fond of you in the election, whether or not, besides the Cuomo.
Well,
guys.
remember the
But like
famous-
they all became quite fond of you. You became like
Well,
like
you know
a
how
hit.
that happened.
A hit. Yeah.
Debate number 2. Errol Lewis, New York One, asked the question.
Yeah.
If there was ranked choice voting in a general election,
Yeah.
Andrew Cuomo, who would you vote for? Nobody. And then he turned to Zoran Mandami. If there were ranked choice voting in a general election, who would you vote for, Zoran Mandami? Oh, I'd vote for Curtis. And that's when I popped that line that went all over the world.
What did you say?
Stop blazing me, Zoran!
Ah!
Yeah!
Wait,
yeah!
you had that. You talked about the cab,
Yep.
and then the other one was when you talked about that you love EDM music. I think
Oh,
that one.
electronic dance music. The Chainsmokers. I listened at
Yes.
night after everybody told me to drop out. Don't let me down by Daya. Don't let me down. Don't let me. And then in the morning, 4 hours later, I put on Bunt. Today is the greatest day of my life. That great Berlin EDM guy.
Wow.
Oh.
Do you like Fox's? What's the song that we like, Caleb?
What is this?
What?
Let's see.
Clarity. Do you like Clarity by Zed featuring Foxes?
Medje, Poco.
Okay. Do you like
Definite.
Chainsmokers Coldplay?
Oh, yeah.
I want
And Paris.
something just like
Paris, yeah. This guy is
We
not
like
EDM.
EDM.
No,
we
please,
like
please.
EDM here. We do.
not
We like EDM
associate
here.
him
We
with
do like
electronic
EDM.
dance music. It is an insult.
Why? People associate me with everything except
Yeah.
for. Wait. Okay. So I just like you went through this experience like as a Republican candidate in New York City, which is like at this point Republican has changed. I mean, we had Mayor Lindsay, we had Pataki,
And Rudy.
We had Rudy, right? And then we have, Bloomberg was kind of a bisexual or whatever you want to call him.
Who is that?
Mayor Bloomberg. I said whatever he was some
He
type
was
of
whoever
something.
he could buy.
He was anything.
Mayor Bloomberg thought everybody had a price.
Yeah.
Everybody had a price.
But nowadays in New York City, it's about like what? It's like 25% Republican. It's
no,
kind of a
much
dying
less.
breed.
10%.
10%. Okay.
Right.
So like, what in your mind is being a Republican and living in New York City at this point?
Unfortunately, you live in the cloud of Donald Trump and MAGA.
And you think it colors what a Republican is?
Well,
Yeah.
it does. But to give you an example,
Yeah.
I'm in Gay Pride yesterday. I got nothing but cheers.
Yeah.
The schmuck, the putz, Chuck E. Cheese, Schumer got booed. Does that tell you it's not about
Yeah.
your political party, but how people relate to you?
Could've been the-
When they see me, they don't necessarily see Trump.
But it could have been the beret.
Trump hates me.
No, they could have
I know,
the beret. They like
but what are you
fashion.
trying to say? It's like Che Guevara,
I'm not
the red
what.
beret? What
No, I'm trying to say
what are
gay
you,
guys are like that's
communism?
fierce. They're
Cool, hip, happening.
No. I think that they might think it's like fierce.
Explain yourself.
Like
as
you're an
Ricky
icon.
Ricardo would say to Lucy, explain yourself, young man.
Yeah.
One young.
She would be really annoying to Ricky. You know,
Who is that?
Lucy.
You know they accused her of being a communist?
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Lucille Ball and Humphrey Bogart
Yeah.
and Laura Bacall when Joe McCarthy, Machine Gun Joe, said,
Did you ever meet Roy Cohn?
oh my God, gay as the day is long, and
I know,
yet
but
he
did
went
you meet
after
him?
gays and
Did you
tried
meet
to
him?
expose them. Yes, I did.
What was that guy like?
He was in a Cadillac DeVille, no top,
Yeah.
convertible, with a guy who had to be like 22.
Yeah,
He
boy
had the
toy.
man tan,
Boy
the
toy.
tan you get out of the can all over him. And
Yeah.
they were driving out to the Hamptons. Meantime, he would go out of his way to accuse people of being communists and gays. This was a self-hating gay
He
guy.
sent the Rosenbergs to be executed. And it
Horror.
Was he was a Jewish guy too.
And running around with J. Edgar Hoover, who, by the way,
Cross-dresser.
yes, along with Cardinal Spellman, yes.
Yes,
You see, the ones who hated them the most, unfortunately, were self-hating gays.
How many times have you interacted with the president over
Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Oh,
Had to have been
Citizen Trump. I had a love-hate relationship with him for at least 30 years.
30 years.
Since he was president, zero.
What do you make of him as a person? What's going on there psychologically? Listen, independent of politics, where's the pain? What made Trump Trump?
He's an I and me guy. It's all about Donald Trump. It's not about MAGA or Republicans or America. It's what is in the best interest of Donald Trump.
But that has to come from somewhere, you know?
I would say a lot of insecurity probably when he was young.
Yeah.
Fred was the dad. Fred was the
brother
builder.
died.
He constantly clashed. Do you know his father, Fred, couldn't even handle him? You know where he sent Donald Trump for high school?
Military school.
That's right, U.S. Military Academy upstate. You know who also went there at a different time? John Gotti Jr., because John Gotti Sr. was in prison and couldn't handle his son. So where do you send sons who rebel against their fathers? U.S. Military Academy. Look at LaSalle in Long Island. That used to have the Cosa Nostra wing.
How'd you avoid going, because you when you were a young man, there was the draft.
Yes.
Yeah, how did you get out of
I
that?
was part of the anti-war movement.
Did
I
you
went
burn
to
your
demonstrate.
card?
No, I didn't burn my card. Luckily, the number didn't get called. They were
Thank God.
phasing it out then.
Just
Gerald
the right
Ford,
time.
who replaced that crook Richard Nixon, who claimed he was going to end the war and just expanded it.
Well, Kissinger just kept the war going.
My God, Kissinger was un disgraziato.
That guy goes to hell.
By the way,
First ballot Hall of Fame.
let me bring it back to Israel.
No,
So
stop
Israel
it.
is being
Everything is
attacked,
Israel.
right, by all the Arab armies. Do you know that Henry Kissinger, the Jew, who went to George Washington High School in Washington Heights but had that accent, he advised Richard Nixon, don't help Israel, it'll anger the Soviet Union. Richard Nixon, the anti-Semite, said, no, I'm helping Israel. You see that? The anti-Semite helped.
I got to think about that.
No.
I got to think about that one. I don't know. I got to look up on that. I got to look up on what the. I'm a wait and see kind of guy.
Allende, elected socialist leader.
Yeah, I know. All over
Chile.
the world.
And he launched a coup with
he put
Pinochet,
Pinochet.
and they killed all the socialists.
Yeah,
Now,
Lumumba in the Congo.
I know there are some out there, socialists. Do you know how many things from socialists we benefit from in America?
How many?
40-day work week.
Yeah.
Social Security.
40-hour work. Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. Very good. Thank you for correcting
Social
me.
Security, Medicare, Medicaid.
Very good. Okay, go through the whole
What else?
list.
What else? What else?
Public schools, libraries. Go through the whole list.
And also, like you saw firsthand as an angel, the failure of the government to give services to its citizens.
Now we're getting to the issue, right to the marrow of the bone. I believe if you're going to trust government, you're going to be disappointed. No matter who the leader is that you backed or what party, they will always promise everything and they can barely deliver.
Let me cut you off. You were running for mayor, though. So
Yes.
do you think people should have trusted you then?
To a degree, because I believe more in self-help. I would have encouraged people, stop depending on government. When you see garbage in the street, is that because of government? Or is that because people are not cleaning up after themselves?
It's because the trash they're not picking. The government isn't picking up the trash.
Because people are throwing the garbage all over the place, and they want the government to clean it up for them.
So what do they do if you don't have the sanitation pick up the trash?
My grandfather, Fidel Bianchino, who died
make
at the
your
age
parents'
of
house
99.
into a dump.
That's right, Fidel Bianchino would sweep the whole block.
Sure.
But you see, back then, people had that philosophy. They'd get down on their hands and knees. They would scrub the sidewalks, and they would scrub the stoops, and not just their own property, other people's property. We've lost that. So, our attitude now is government should do everything for us.
So, but what I'm saying is the government didn't. There weren't patrolmen on the streets, right?
You mean police, right?
Every night, right? They just went away, and then crime, like obviously, the government should have patrolmen.
There
on
are
the streets.
basic things they have to do, but when the government fails to deliver, which oftentimes they do, then people must mobilize and organize and make up the difference. They have to. You need to scrape the barnacles off your backside, get your rear in gear, get out into the streets and make a difference.
Yeah.
Do not wait for government to solve all the problems, because they'll be $1 short and a day late, and they'll be picking your pocket along the way.
Yeah. I guess you spent a lot of time in poor places with poor people,
Yes.
right? And like you've helped poor people and underserved people throughout, I mean, since the late 70s. I mean, like you've devoted your life to it. Do you think poverty creates crime?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So then wouldn't it be more effective to fight poverty then, I guess?
Well, you can do both simultaneously.
Yeah.
But I think also the other problem is most of the crime is committed by young males.
Yeah.
Having been in jail myself for periods of time and locked up with
Too
these
many
young
times.
men,
Yeah.
not able to read, not able to write, not able to communicate, no male figure of authority who is a positive influence
Yeah.
in their lives, that's going to put you on a one-way street to Palookaville.
Right.
We got to straighten that out.
Yeah, so the public services need to be improved, I suppose, right?
No. You see, if you're always going to depend on government,
Right.
there are things you can do voluntarily to improve that in every neighborhood that can occur. And men
agree.
have to step up and take responsibility. They are the ones who are the predators. Men are predators, not women.
Yeah.
They are the ones who are abandoning families and leaving them to their
Yeah.
own means. And they are the ones who basically are teaching a lot of the young men
Yeah.
the wrong things to do in life. We got to straighten them out.
The predators, yeah.
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 Now, see,
So
if you
yeah.
say that in the inner city, and I say that in the inner city all the time, my complexion is not my protection. I'm called a racist. No. I'm dealing with reality. This is the reality. You want to deal with this situation, or you want me not to offend you? I'm here to tell you the truth, whether it offends you or not.
Yeah. You've arrested a ton of people, citizens arrests,
Yes.
of course, like probably thousands of people in your lifetime, right?
I'd say hundreds.
Hundreds, okay. How do you feel when you're in that situation? How does it make what emotional process are you going through on your end?
I would say when you decide that you have no other choice but to restrain somebody or block
Yeah.
their path of exit, that technically is a citizen arrest. It's like, why do I even have to do this?
Right.
And then you recognize, because there is nothing to fall back on. You are there, right there. Sometimes I've done it on my own,
Yeah.
sometimes in the company of guardian angels. And if you don't restrain this person and then follow it through the criminal justice system, shame on you. Now, the checks and balances
And
are.
also, you're protecting someone that's in peril too. So
Correct.
there's an immediate need for you to intervene, right?
But
yeah.
the checks and balances are, if you use excessive force,
Yeah.
if you detain the wrong person, guess what? There is an army out there who practices their martial art every day.
Yeah.
Lawyers, I sue.
Yeah.
And they're going to be suing you for every nickel, dime, and penny you have.
Yeah. When you were at Fox TV a couple of years ago, there was some of your crew were detaining a
Oh, me
migrant.
and the crew in Times
Yeah,
Square.
yeah.
This is
And-
when the Venezuelans were running wild in Times Square.
But it turned out that he was from the Bronx, right? Like.
We grabbed somebody
Yeah.
that we thought was a migrant.
Yeah.
It turned out not to be a migrant, was a Puerto Rican. We had a difference of opinion with him. We didn't handle it well. And so we had to restructure our training after that.
Do you worry that that there could be I remember after the Boston bombing, like people on Reddit were like accusing the wrong people and doing citizen kind of policing and then kind of destroyed those people's lives that weren't associated with the bombing whatsoever.
Sure.
Do you worry about that as a tension for someone that's doing, because obviously if you think about the picture you painted of 1977, the Bronx, that is, you feel the need that the government had failed,
Sure.
where the government had failed. I think that I'll put it in a different way. I'll put it in a different way.
This is the difference.
When you see someone go in a squad car that you've
Yep.
detained, does it feel bad? Or does
I'd rather it not have happened.
Yeah, you'd rather it not
Sure.
have happened.
And I don't know yet who that person really is. I don't know much about
Do you
them.
consider that they're, yeah, I guess obviously if you're protecting someone's life, that's the primary concern.
Well,
but
it's because you're on the spot. This is what you have to do. You wish you didn't have to do that.
yeah, it has to be morally quite complicated for you as a human being, because this other person's freedom is going to be taken away. You know,
yeah.
and it's just it doesn't feel great. Maybe.
Well, nowadays, with no cash bail, nobody's freedom is taken away
Yeah.
because you might go in to get processed. you're out before the paperwork is finished.
Yeah.
It is a turnstile justice. You know who created no cash bail? Andrew Evil Eyes Cuomo.
Yeah. So how does it feel? I guess like if you just paint a picture, like there's a drug dealer on the corner, he gets arrested, there's another drug dealer on that corner.
Right.
Like, does it often feel demoralizing? Like you're treating a symptom of something that's like a sickness that's like you're trimming a leaf of a trunk that's like that has a disease, right?
No, that's a good analogy.
Yeah.
But I would say if you're in a neighborhood that does not want that drug dealing,
Sure.
and you remove that drug dealer,
Yeah.
and he's got to deal with the criminal justice system, then you got to be there to make sure another drug dealer doesn't take his spot.
People don't want crime in their neighborhoods, essentially, right? Like no one does, right? Like poor
No.
people don't
And
either.
It's predominantly in poor neighborhoods.
So-
we don't give the same attention to a poor neighborhood, like Park Avenue in the Bronx and Park Avenue in Brooklyn are poor neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Park Avenue in Manhattan is treated completely different.
Right. So if you're like seeing that process where like just like someone's replacing someone else, right? And there's just this cycle. Like doesn't it inspire you to like go after the bigger fish, you know?
Well, I did.
Yeah.
That's why I went after the Gottis and Gambinos.
But they're not like in the government. They're not like they're
but
not they're feeding drugs for sure.
Right, but they
yeah.
also controlled the judges,
Yeah.
the prosecutors,
Yeah.
the cops.
Yeah.
So even though they weren't the government,
Yeah.
they controlled many aspects of the government.
Yeah, of course.
And so, sure, I was used to busting
Well, they controlled corruption also. They were
Of
they
course.
Were, yeah.
But I went after the biggest of the big.
And that was because you felt frustrated by like
No, because I didn't like the myth-telling of Italian organized crime. They were bringing heroin in to the minority communities.
yeah.
They wanted blacks to be addicted.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden, when their own children and grandchildren were being addicted, they said, oh, we had no control. Well, you're the guys who brought it in to begin with.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this, my neighborhood is safer with organized crime than it's not. And I would bust that bubble. And they hated me telling that story because I had credibility in that
There's
area.
omerta too. It's like we don't talk shit about our people,
Of
right? Not in
course.
front of them.
Except that
Not in front of them.
Except that mutt Curtis Sliwa. He's got no respect.
Yeah.
No
that half
respect.
Polak. Yeah.
Exactly.
That Metza Polak.
Well, the funny thing, when I was growing up, the Gavons in my neighborhood would say, you're Polish?
Yeah.
Polish? What is that? I'd say Poland. They said, what is that?
Yeah.
It's a country in Europe.
Yeah.
The only thing they recognized was Italy. They didn't know anything else.
They only knew
because
the
there'd be a
boot.
big picture of Italy in the pizzeria, if you know, the boot and all that. That's all they knew.
Yeah.
Italia.
Did
Did you ever see what the greatest movie that Spike Lee ever made?
Do the Right Thing?
Of course.
Yeah.
Danny Aiello and his sons
Yeah.
running the pizzeria
You
at
think
Bed-Stuy.
you think they did the right thing at the end of that movie?
You mean with Radio Raheem?
Yeah.
Man, wasn't that a great movie?
It's an amazing film.
God, was that so good. That was when Spike Lee was at his best.
I mean, it's a
Mookie.
brilliant.
He was Mookie, right?
Yeah.
He was the delivery guy. You had Radio Raheem. Who was
the
the other guy?
Dodgers.
Hey, I want more Parmesan cheese on my slice.
Yeah.
How come you don't got no black people on the wall? When you got your own pizzeria, you can put Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. As long as I own this pizzeria, it's Joe DiMaggio and Frank Sinatra. Academy Award. Oh, Danny Aiello, he's no longer with us. I miss you dearly.
So you come from an Italian neighborhood, but your first wife was from the Virgin Islands.
Virgin Islands, Brownsville.
You ran an organization of mostly
Blacks and Hispanics.
Hispanic men. How'd you get the how'd you get the hood pass? Like, how'd you get the respect of like?
I was known as the Caucasian persuasion, the snowball.
Yeah.
I could rock your world because they would challenge me.
Like dancing or no fighting?
Well, obviously, I could dance. I was a whirling dervish, and I could do the robot.
Can we see?
You ever see?
Just do it. Holy. You getting this? Keep going. Wow.
See?
Pretty good. Give it up for that,
What do you mean?
guys.
Pretty good. Come on, give it up.
Very good.
Give it up. This is Dance Fever.
You can be one of those. You can
Come
be one of
on,
those guys
Dance
that's all
Fever.
painted silver on the street. That's like
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Oh, very good. You're good too.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, this guy can't be Jewish. You actually have some rhythm.
Thank you.
Are
That's
you
the nicest
sure?
thing
Are you
anyone
sure
said to
he's
me ever.
Jewish?
All right.
I don't know about that.
I think I will close on this one last question. I think like
That's it? I thought this was just the start of
no, we're going to be, this is part one. We're going to be doing a lot of these.
We're doing a sequel.
Sequel!
I got to have a sequel.
When you reach the end of your life, like, what do you hope people say about you? Like, how do you want to be remembered?
Man, you know, every day I could reach the end of my life with all the enemies that I have.
I know. So you have to think about that.
What would I want to be remembered as? He died. He tried. He died, and he tried. Nobody should ever think that they're the be-in or end-all. You know, this world has been around a lot longer before and will be around a lot longer afterwards.
Yeah.
But did you try to make this world a better place than what you were birthed into? And I think that's the litmus test for all of us, whether we are men and women of means, whether we have the pedigree to inherit something where we could make a difference. I detest these masters of the universe, these billionaires and millionaires who think that they are the beginning, the end-all, the be-all, artificial intelligence, Bitcoin that is nothing more than crime coin. They are destroying things, destroying things.
And they don't care about the effect that it has on people.
No, and artificial intelligence, right?
I
mean, aren't you worried as a person?
I've tried to use ChatGPT. It never works.
No, but you like to cheat. You like to use artificial
intelligence. No, it doesn't work. When I'm researching, I like ask it a question and it's always wrong.
How about you go to the freaking library at 5th Avenue and 42nd?
That's what I do.
You get the Encyclopedia
That's
Britannica.
What I do.
This is what your chosen people used to do.
That's what I do.
After school, what did they do? They taught me this. Like the chosen people, they went to the library, the blue-haired matron, and then once she credited you, she took us into the back room. And do you know what was the internet of my generation, the baby boomers? Black in the back, white print, microfilm. Microfilm!
Microfiche.
I discovered the world that the Jewish kids knew. That's why they did better at extra credit reports. That's why they graded out better. That's why they were Arista. And I said, who am I going to hang with? My supreme cousins who are going to end up in Attica or Damariah?
Up the river.
Follow the chosen people to the blue-haired matron where I discovered microfilm. And then when I would take a book out, I had to pedal immediately on my big Schwinn cheap bicycle to get that book back into the night depository, because the next day the old blue-haired matron would come to your house without a warrant, want to kick in the door. I want that book back now.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was so great. Thank you, Jewish people. Thank you for allowing me to have a part of your life.
I've actually been lying. I'm not Jewish. I'm a Wahhabist.
By the way, we didn't talk enough about Israel and the Palestinians.
Can we stop with the Jew? He died.
Why do you guys, let me ask you a question. If you're at each other's throats, you both eat hummus, right? I hate hummus. I hate those garbanzo beans when they're simmering. The stink. And yet, you Palestinians and Jews, you love the hummus, and you're constantly battling over olive trees that help make the hummus.
We got the hummus from them.
I understand.
They made the hummus. And then we called it Israeli food.
I hate hummus. I hate
it's
hummus.
Good. It's pretty good with baby carrots. Have you had it?
No.
No, come on, a crudite plate. He died.
It makes me want to projectile vomit.
Yeah. He died. He tried.
He died. He tried.
Curtis Sliwa.
And, by the way, will this be my lasting legacy? This interview right now. We put it in a time capsule.
Do you think this is the best interview you've ever given?
I'd have to say it is the most dysfunctional
I think it's really good.
interview that is the real Curtis Sliwa.
I think I think it was amazing.
I think we have one man
this
who
is my favorite interview I've ever done.
Attention deficit disorder, ADD, with Curtis Sliwa, who actually had a match when it came from flipping the script from one subject to another subject. I give you cred, man.
You're my
I give
man.
you cred. You kept up with Sliwa.
This is. I feel like it's a
You've
real
been blessed.
Honor. It's a real honor.
You've been sanctified.
It's been a real
now
pleasure.
you can wait for the arrival of the Mashiach.
Menachem Schneerson, Rabbi
Yes,
Menachem Schneerson.
Lubavitch, 770 Eastern Parkway. I know them.
Okay.
I've seen them all over the world in the Hamas.
We want Mashiach. Now,
Yes,
Curtis Sliwa, everyone. Let's give it up.
Mashiach, 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 Mashiach.